Let me know when we're on, Joey.
So you get to eat, but not me.
You want some celery?
No, I don't eat that shit.
I'm sure you haven't seen anything green in a long time
I
besides
don't. I don't eat
your
things. That,
Skittles
sure.
or your M&Ms.
Right. Green M&Ms. Sure.
I don't know, whatever colors they come in, you know more than I do.
Is that Versace?
Well, at least you know something.
Something with a V, right? Did I interrupt your? Oh, there's the fan. GZ episode 3. What do you think?
I think
Monetized stream. Hello, Daneem. Thank you for the compliment.
that it's I think it's nice. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody.
It's great to see you. What's new in the land of Zaharoff? Anything we should be on the lookout for?
Not really. I have a boring life.
I know. That's okay. But you know what? You have a full life, a cultured life,
A good friend like you.
good support system.
Yeah.
Right. It's a mutual feeling. George, I feel like, you and I have a chemistry about us. Some may call it ethereal, if you will. An
What's it
ethereal.
called? What's it called?
Ethereal.
Unethical?
Um, a ter- maybe.
I
Anyways,
think we were talking that we shouldn't be embarrassed of our relationship, Joey.
right. 34 people watching
Really?
monetized stream. Right. 6 minutes in. Um, it's crazy because analytic wise, these streams do quite well. A
They
lot of
do?
people watch. Yeah. A lot of watch hours, a lot of views, a lot of likes. So they definitely enjoy it. Um, I always wondered, like, you and I are so used to our relations and being together, what it would be like to make it a threesome. So last week we gave an oral presentation with Jonathan 1970. I thought that went very well.
Yeah, I love John.
Love John too. Great guy. A lot of people tuned in. It went
Okay,
late, like late. It went into overtime. You left and we were still going.
good. Do you know
That's
what
right.
these lights are called?
I specifically no, they're just lights in my
So like they're going to be changing different colors, but I think that's the Osaka.
Osaka.
Yeah, Osaka light for my LG lighting. Now, why is it Osaka? I've been there before. I don't think of this. I don't go, oh, Osaka. But
Right, right. It's an Osaka
so,
stream.
but
Uh,
I'm trying to bring culture to you.
Thank you.
Do you know where Osaka is?
I know what sake is. I
Okay.
love me some sake. So
All
sake it
right,
to me.
John.
George, this isn't a geography stream. Okay, this
God
isn't. It's
forbid,
not
or a math or
or a
English.
math. Yeah, this is not a
Or
mathematician. How do you feel
physics.
about you and me sharing ourselves with someone else?
It all depends who.
Okay, this is so. Last time it was a guy.
Okay.
This time it's not a guy. Look at this.
Thank you, Danimal. So it's
The meat.
Danimal?
That's our boy Meat.
Yeah.
10-piece trees. First one to pop. Who
Thank
can
you,
who can
Danimal.
match Dan's freak? Who can one up it? Right? The animal, very handsome. Men and women would
Right.
sleep with
I
him.
think Joey, you should say for every $10, you'll have like
Should I take my clothes
you'll
off?
simulate, yeah, like you know how you do it when you're watching. I just heard, like when you're watching some of those websites where you give money and then if you do this
Well,
much, like certain
if we
thresholds,
can reach $100, maybe we'll
you'll take your clothes off.
take off something or put something on. Right? Maybe it's the
Yeah.
opposite. Maybe it's like, please put your shirt back on.
Right.
I'm gonna bring in somebody. We have a special guest.
Yes, please.
Um, they have more hair than I do. Okay, I know you're a fan of that.
I think everyone has more hair than you do.
That's bullshit, but okay. Um,
We put them on before we put our shoes. Osaka. That's
let's
funny.
see how you and I do
Okay.
adding a new person.
Right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Our next guest. This is episode 3 of This is Three's Company. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Look at that.
chat, George, Joey.
Hi there.
Karen, pleasure.
Hello.
It's good to see you.
First time we're meeting.
This is the first time we've met, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you nervous at all?
A little.
Really?
Not because of me, though,
Mhm.
right? More of
No, George is
it's
a
Jesus, right?
force. Yeah.
He's a
A
force.
force in
Me?
a force in silk Versace.
Oh, really? I make you nervous a little bit?
You should make everyone nervous, I would think.
Really? Why you
Mhm.
say that?
We're gonna let Karen ride in the car for tonight. There we go.
Why do you say that, Karen? Tell me.
Cultured, worldly jokes that people don't normally think of. There's
Oh my,
reasons.
this third one's awesome. Thank you. So
I'm right. Like I'm
thank you,
right.
Karen. That was very sweet of you to say.
So these are Osaka lights.
So those are these are Osaka lights, and I think like they do different countries. So let me ask you this. Let me see something. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
No.
so here you could pick the lights for tonight. Okay,
Oh,
so we'll do
what an honor.
this. So hold on, let me go back. You could still see. Oh, you can't see. All right, so let's see this. Hold on. Let's see if we could pick some. Let me
Karen,
see.
what's your favorite color?
Yeah, what's your favorite color?
It's
Let me see.
pink.
Pink.
Oh,
It
you
is
like
pink.
it? Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll keep the pink. I want to see
Very
what this.
girl, very pink. Like Barbie pink or like neon pink? What kind of pink?
You see the pink that's in your grid?
Yes.
Like a hot pink.
The hot pink. Okay, so that's my
The
favorite kind of pink.
So
vaporwave
we'll leave
pink.
it. We'll leave it then. Let's
That's
leave
pink.
it. We'll
Okay.
leave it. It's very nice.
It's
Uh,
it all matches.
it's a whole vibe, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's a high production
Barbie pink.
background. People don't talk about the backlights, the back rooms. Um,
So Karen, whereabouts in the world are you?
Arizona.
Arizona,
The
really
desert.
beautiful. Is the weather very nice there?
It's 95 right now.
Oh my God.
mm-mm.
I'd like for it to be 95 here.
No.
Are you longing for it? It's
I am, I'm going to Rome on Monday and it's nice and warm there, so I'm looking forward to it.
business or pleasure.
It's for business, it's for work.
So when is our flight leaving, George?
My flight leaves at 5 p.m. on Monday.
Your flight.
Yeah.
So we're not doing Roma. Okay.
Oh, you mean me and you?
Correct.
Rocket Man.
If you
Burning out his fumes.
So Karen, what do you think? You've been watching Joey for how long?
I've lost count now, but it's been under a year.
Oh, it's been under a long year. I'm sure it must have been.
2025 has been a pretty long year.
It has for you?
Mm-hmm.
Has it
I
been
think
like
for a
when
lot
you?
of people.
I agree. I
it's
could
been
say that.
intense.
It's
First quarter's been pretty intense,
I think we're living in really strange times right now.
interesting times, to be sure.
Yeah.
I wish I lived in less interesting times.
Life is strange.
I wonder,
Isn't it
like,
a stranger?
do you know what would be less interesting times? Like how they said, okay, when the caveman invented the wheel, it was like 1,000 years later he invented I don't know, the hat. And so I would think that the 1,000 years between like the invention of the wheel and the bobby pin must have been boring times, right? Right. So that's kind of what I'm thinking when you say it would have been. But you know what? If it was boring times, I I think life would be much harder.
Do you?
I do. I think that if we were living in boring times, it'd probably be a time when we didn't have all the features of life and comforts that we have now. Can I ask you something, Karen, if it's personal? I don't want to ask you your age, but like what are you a millennial? Are you Gen Y?
32.
You're 32. So that would be considered, that would be,
Millennial.
why? Would that be generation, a millennial?
Millennial.
Yeah.
So generation X, Y, Z. So you'd be a X, Y.
The
so you're a
youngest of the
millennial.
millennial, almost youngest of the millennials, right? What's the cutoff? 95? 96?
Do we want to look real quick? I don't
30,
know.
32 years old.
And getting older.
And getting older, no doubt.
There's a graph, and it's the perception of time versus actual time, your birthday. And they say that it's like an X. So the younger you are, the more time seems to go slow. And then as you age, the perception of time
Right.
goes much faster, you know?
I think that's why, like you were saying, time it just goes by quicker and quicker and faster and faster. And I even hear my grandma say, and it always makes me a little sad. She goes, Joey, one day I was a young girl looking in the mirror, and now there's an old woman looking back. And I'm like, oh God, she still feels like that young girl. She's in her mid 80s,
4 years goes by like nothing, and I remember high school, just drug. Absolutely
Right.
drug.
Like summer vacation felt like
It
half
goes
a
so
year.
fast. But you know what I find remarkable, Karen, about this is that think about the odds of us being alive, being able to breathe, being able to experience like the material, right? And it just so happens that at this moment in time, um, in the bazillions of years of the age of the universe, that we have come into each other's lives,
Right.
right?
I
And
wouldn't want to. Now that you say it, I don't think I'd want to live in a different time. If I could pick maybe a different time period to live in, it'd be hard. It'd be really hard
yeah,
because everything has pros and cons.
always, and I've noticed that the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's
No.
true.
Because I think about what it would be like to live before, like living in having the eye on you all the time, the cameras and everything. And the trade-offs are still like you'd have to deal with certain diseases. You'd have to deal with starvation, plague, things that we've
Girth.
supposedly fixed at this point. Girth.
Sandy, Taff, hello.
Taffy?
Right, and people, like my the office manager's grandmother passed away at 55 from a heart condition. Like back not so far before, they wouldn't do heart surgeries. You would just have a tough time breathing, and then you would pass. And think about all of now we're
Just the
living longer.
advances on like birthing, like preeclampsia
Yes.
and like I wouldn't want to imagine giving birth in like a dirty cave somewhere or like in a hospital pre-1920s,
Right. I mean, it makes sense. I can't imagine. Well, I can't imagine like even like, excuse me if I may be so forward, but like having sex in like the 1700s. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, you'd get stoned for it or ridiculed or even killed.
Well, I was thinking of hygiene, but
I mean,
yeah,
that's the least of your worries, right?
Yeah.
But
No
imagine,
cures for STDs yet. None.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
What was the first
It-
STD?
Lying.
Mm,
What was it?
Lying.
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 It was a stupid joke.
I think they've had syphilis for a long time, but can you imagine like being as a woman to have like someone's yoo-ha-hoo, whatever, their ding dong, all dirty and shit up
Oh.
inside? Is that gross? Think about what the women
It's
had to endure.
absolutely filthy. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did look it up. 81.
Everyone just had UTIs back then.
Right. Urinary tract. 1981 to 1996. That is the millennials. So we're on almost like the cusp of
We're the cusp.
being a Gen Z. We're the youngest of the millennials.
We get to annoy like the real millennials, and then we also get to be old to the
We
Gen
get
Zers.
We get to punch the Zoomers because we
Right.
still remember a time before technology.
That makes us Gen Y, right? Like they call Gen Y millennials,
Yeah, it's Gen Y.
right?
Gen Y
So.
after
Stupid.
Gen X,
George,
Gen Y.
if you had to be like, would you? How can I put it? Would you want to be in your 20s today? If you could choose, would you want to be like, what do you think it's like being 22 today versus when you were 22?
There's nothing that's special anymore.
Right.
Nothing
No, no
special.
privacy
Nothing.
either.
People
Right?
would
Yeah.
just whip their phones out and film you if you're having a bad day.
Exactly. And then it'll go viral, and hopefully it changes your life.
And
Uh,
if I could be 20, I think that if I could
oh,
be 20 with knowing what I know, a
what's up,
different
Jason?
story. But if I have to go back to being George of age 20, um, no, thank you.
No
I,
thanks.
I, I kicked ass and it was
No
great
TY.
I kicked ass and I wanted to, I would not want to, it's so much different now.
Hey, Sam.
The
Everything's
social
different.
medias.
Yeah.
Everything is different. Sandy's got a good head of hair.
Does he?
He does.
He
But
said something accurate about me.
he did. Do you want to repeat it?
Yes.
What was it that was said?
Good solid punches, no hair pulling.
Right. Good old fashioned beatdown. The only reason I'd want to be 20 again is to have extra years on my life. Oof. Make me cry. Don't say that, Cat.
I think that's probably the thing with me. I think
Captain's gonna outlive us all.
Maybe.
maybe I probably agree with you. Do you know what's the hardest thing, Karen? As
No.
you're still at a good age. It's hard to watch all my uncles, my aunts, my grandparents, everyone has passed. My father,
That's what
and
my
so
grandmother says. It's really sad.
it's my best friend passed away a couple years ago, and trying to wrap your brain around that has been hard. It's hard.
Right. We lose everyone as we get older. If we have the privilege of getting old. Right? My
Right.
grandma.
You're exactly right. Yeah, yeah. And I feel so fortunate. Oh my God. I feel so fortunate to have been able to have my grandparents and anyway,
Have you ever gotten in a physical altercation, George? Have you ever gotten into a fight?
me like touching, like hitting somebody, like no, never. Do you see me doing that?
It's
Never.
you never know whether you're a fighter or not. I mean, just
Um,
sometimes you're at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Never.
What about you, Karen? Have you ever thrown hands?
Yeah.
You
For
have.
a
Now
good reason.
you're 5'9".
5'9".
Okay, can we get an outfit of the night? Let's just get a look at your build, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Um,
See what you're working with if you
we're
fight me.
gonna see what we're working with, right? George may like, I feel like GZ's really gonna. But if
Karen reminds me of Shakespeare in Love, like an actress that would be in like a
I
period
love that
movie.
movie,
a
George.
period,
Yeah,
Karen she's a bit of a period piece, if you will. Um,
she's beautiful.
right. If she had to
Thank
be
you,
any piece,
George.
right? So let's take a look, George.
Okay. T-shirt dress we're working with.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's a nice shirt. Where's that from? Oh,
This is American Apparel.
it is indeed.
Now LA Apparel.
Now LA
Beautiful.
Apparel. Wow.
American made.
I love it. Are you in,
Just like me.
do you know the owner of American? Do you know the whole story with the owner of American Apparel and what
I
he
know
used to
that
do?
What's up, Mike?
he was a perv, right? Like didn't he creep on a lot of the girls that were models?
Yeah, and he would
Yeah.
he would like try something on in the factory, and he would completely take off his clothes naked and try the underwear on, and everyone around everybody.
I haven't found a better brand yet, or I would shop somewhere else, but I really enjoy that it's American made and it's pretty good quality. Like this
Yeah.
dress is gonna last me at least 5 years.
It's a long time.
I love American Apparel. He's gone now. The owner is gone, and
Perv Apparel. Under
Perv
45
Apparel.
people. For 45 people watching, George. What do we have to do to get up to 50?
take your clothes off, Joey.
Yeah.
Well, we only have received a meat chat.
A meat
You
trees.
know, 69.69 for the
Hi,
goal.
Jonathan.
Right, meat trees. Shout out to Montrese as well. I love it. So, George, do you think 32-year-old George would have been my friend today?
32-year-old George.
Yeah, what was 32?
I think so. Yeah, why not? I think so. I mean, what you see now is what you saw throughout my whole life. I haven't.
think that's beautiful. You've always stayed true to who you are.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
Is he referencing Heathers?
Maybe. Heathers was a
Good
classic
movie.
flick. I love so Jeezy's wearing Versace, not Fendace. Um, I actually
No,
just
no,
had to ship that back to him. He let me borrow it for a couple of months. It's a bit stretched out, but it still fits. Um,
it's
I didn't know you
silk. It
could stretch
doesn't
silk,
stretch.
Joey. Way done.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
George.
well, I have a legendary build, and I can expect the unexpected.
Legendary, Karen. Legendary.
I've heard it's quite pillar-esque, very Rubenesque.
Rubenesque.
Where did you hear that? That's not a thing. So,
From the mouth of babes.
if you will, okay,
In the
people tend to have
mouth
the
of babes.
same nature throughout their life. Yeah, isn't it strange though being friends with someone and one day they just change? Right? You may have known them for 10 years, maybe you went to school, maybe you've been friends with them since middle school.
I
And then
imagine the
one day,
people who went to school with adolescents are like, what the fuck?
I know. Imagine though, like I knew that guy. I remember him when, or anyone for that matter. It's weird. Like I think with our generation, we've been friends with the people we went to school with, whether it was on MySpace, Facebook, right? Then it jumped Instagram, TikTok, yada, or Tumblr. And it's kind of strange when you look back 20 years. Like I've really been, even if you're not talking to them every day, have you ever creeped somebody's life and you're like, I remember him in 8th grade and here he is. I don't know anything about him anymore except who he was in 8th grade. Very
Or you like
fascinating.
run across someone that you went to school with on LinkedIn?
Right. LinkedIn. People don't change, they just drop the act.
That's right. And like a person will show you their true selves in a year. Most people will show you who they are. Like you could be dating somebody and they could be all in their best behavior. But a good year, you'll start to see who they really are. They usually reveal themselves, and I that's what I think. Actually, it would be a good
Yeah.
year.
It's accurate.
I think for me, and I go through life defaulting to trusting, and then there's a constant loop playing until I'm shown otherwise. So I'll trust you. I'll engage and be your friend, and until you do something that otherwise shows me otherwise. Do you think that's a good way to live, Karen?
Yes. I mean, you can't trust everyone that you come across. That's for sure. And when you're like, running a trial run on someone, it's best to keep them at somewhat of an arm's length so you don't get too involved too quickly.
That's actually very, very good. I try to love everyone, mostly at an arm's length is how I live my life. That's very
Like I'm
true.
I'm very, very affectionate, but I'm also very wary. You don't get to be 32 years old and not learn a thing or two about interpersonal relationships.
Intergalactic species. What is it? Interspecies erotica.
Interspecies, it
Oh,
sounds like this sounds like bestiality.
it's
And
interspecies erotica.
it's always seriously, where did that come? I mean, ugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Karen.
What? Anybody? No.
You don't have to apologize for Joey, George. He should do it for himself.
I don't apologize. I stopped doing that. I live life 6 seconds at a time, or something. Right? Fast and furious, fast and bi-curious. Um, everyone's everyone's bisexual today.
Yeah, what is
No.
with that?
What's with that?
So I hit 5,000 friends on my Facebook. So what do I do? How do you get rid of people? Like, what do you recommend, Karen? What do you do?
Why do you keep accepting friend requests?
Right.
Because I think that the George Zaharoff Facebook is a public. It's not private anymore. So if someone just, you know what I mean? And so, because I started getting friend requests and it's difficult to post.
Have someone do it for you. Have a social media manager just say, "Listen, take over this. I need you to clean it up. No harm, no foul," and let them be the one. You
Or
know,
just give it to me. I'll delete all the people off your Facebook with
she'd
no
probably
vibe.
delete me
With
off
no
your
vibe.
face. You would
Yeah.
delete me off the Facebook. Yes, true or false? True or
Depends on what
false?
your picture is of, Joey.
You want to see it?
Sure.
Okay.
George on the PJ pick. What does that mean? Hi, Captain. What does that mean, George on the PJ pick?
Can I ask, why do you want to like clear out your Facebook?
Well, because I have a queue of friends and I can't add anymore, and I just don't know what to do with that, you know? Oh, the private jet pick. I don't
You
have,
can't have.
that's not, I don't
Oh
have the
my
people.
God, you do not have. I
What
remember
is
when that
that?
happened. I took a crappy picture on my phone.
It's on my Facebook.
What
It's
is
Mike
that?
Tyson's ass.
It's literally on my Facebook.
Oh, the private jet. I've
So you can
never,
only add 5,000 people on Facebook?
yeah, fungus with
On
a
my
G.
fungus. It's for women.
I didn't know there was a max on friends you could have on Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's the cusp is
My
5.
fungus.
George, you're not talking to these 5,000 people, right? Like what either it's a business page, you should never let your personal page become like the public page. You need to have a separate page for one and a separate page for the other.
No, it's okay.
So
The
he
way
only
it
has
is.
one. You only
That's
have one Facebook?
what I would do.
I have this, I have a Zaharoff Facebook and I have my personal Facebook, but it's intertwined together. So, but I get so many messages. It's very hard. Like I'm embarrassed because yesterday Hillary goes, "Did you see my message?" She sent me a message a couple of weeks ago. But like I'll wake up and I'll have, and it's all a blessing or whatever. I'll have like 300 messages,
Oh
and
my God.
I can't, and that's between my Instagram, my Facebook, and if I respond, there's a response, and it goes back and forth. And I want to, I
You need
love
a
it.
social media manager.
I'm not able
But I said a social media manager.
to catch
Yeah.
up to all of that.
You know, it's
Control.
it's a lot of unnecessary baggage and stress,
And they're
George.
probably asking you questions about things that could be solved if they went through your website.
Right.
Sometimes, but I think that I want to help. I did send a cock ring removal in an ER. I did send a cock ring removal in an ER to George. That was you? That was Captain that sent me that?
Yeah,
I did.
he decided to explore, and it was
Is
something
that when it was so tight, the silver one, and they had to take a,
correct.
that was Captain on the table?
It was Captain in the
Oh
video,
my
That was
God, Captain, I didn't know that was you.
right?
Oh my God.
It's beautiful. You know, we all fuck up, right?
Um,
It's part of being human,
his wife's fine. Don't worry about it.
right?
Hmm.
That's it. You can get an
to get
AI
an AI
bot.
bot assistant. I actually think, do you think Blondie is real? Do you
I,
think she's an AI?
I think the photo could be AI, but I think the individual behind the account is as
Is
real.
real? Is real?
I
No,
think
it's
they're
too good to
very.
be real. It's a 1,000-pound woman with a filter on.
There's somebody who will remain nameless, um, and their photo is a catfish. It's of Harley Quinn. They look nothing like that, and they have it on their dating profile. And men are messaging them with advances because they think this is what they look like. Is that wrong?
It
You okay?
depends.
You all right?
What do you think, Karen?
It's a backfish.
Um, I think that I think, I think that as long as she's not getting money from these guys, they'll figure it out for themselves eventually, right?
I agree.
Correct.
And maybe the girl is speaking to people that, I mean, look at like Joey and I, we talk about like there's sites online that you'd have a woman like on a bed with certain things in her orifices, and you have these guys or girls giving money, and the more money that they give, the mechanism.
It
Have
it,
you seen
it
that, Karen?
activates
I've
some of
never seen anything like that, George.
my
It's
favorite.
amazing. It's
It's so,
amazing. It's amazing concept because think about the men that are in the privacy of their own home, and these women are safe. They don't have these
right.
men on top of them. And so for me, I think it's great. But I find it interesting. We're talking about going back to
Right.
going back to this, that so these women don't know what these men look like, right?
No.
And so I think that if a woman, because you see most of the catfish, the women on Catfish, the MTV show, a lot of them are not, they're not what society would consider the
Attract.
top, whatever. So if these women are able to indulge themselves with men and it's a different picture and they get their fix, I think that's good. But like you said, If you are taking money from them, if you're causing them harm, if you are causing them not to go out and date and see other people, I think that's when it's a problem.
Exactly.
It is fun to
It
watch.
does kind of look like her, but like through a couple filters.
Just a couple.
A couple.
Mhm.
So if she
Who
were to meet
doesn't?
up
Who
with somebody,
doesn't everyone use? Does anyone? I'm not on dating sites. Do people use filters on their dating site
I don't
pictures?
know.
Is that allowed?
probably I think
I'm
it's
sure it is. I think it is.
so. Yeah, that's true. This gentleman here on the panel
Juan's right.
has a birthday coming up.
Juan is right. Oh, thank you, Jason. Let me tell you, Juan is right, because imagine if you're able to create, Joey, imagine if you're able to create a harem of women that turn you on a certain way, these features, all this, and you turn, you
Imagine.
know, and you have these specific characters indulging you. That's coming up. That is will happen.
Yeah, I'm ready for the AI robot. There was that movie with Megan Fox where she was the AI, and for the entire movie, I was like bricked.
Unbelievable, right?
Oh, and she opens her mouth and this blue glow comes out, and I'm just like, could you imagine? Just could you imagine? And then it was able to mimic like voices, right? It was able to mimic his wife's voice. Apparently,
Like
it
a
Karen,
felt
did you see
mockingbird,
it,
like a
Karen?
mockingbird sex bot? No, I've
yeah,
never seen this.
it was
Karen, you
so
have to.
it was so
No,
hot.
the last time I saw a robot movie was that one where like it was like this guy who built a robot and she was trying to break out the whole time.
Mm,
You guys remember that one?
I do.
Which
What
one
was
is
the name
that?
of that? Ex Machina? No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
Great
it.
pick. He got trapped, right? At the end. I like Splice. Do you remember Splice with the alien? And then the husband, like, they create this. He ends up sleeping with it, and he just can't help himself. It kind of. Can you do the.
The Klingon?
Yeah, George, what do you think of this?
I don't
That's
like
funny.
this.
That's funny.
It's not. Sorry.
What you just did was funny. That's why. For me, I'm afraid with all the filler I have, if I were to do that, it would stay there.
Would
You
it
do
just
not have
stay?
filler
It would just stay. He does. He does.
between your face and Joey's ass, right?
I sent Joey my Oculus because it sucks onto your face, and this costs a lot of money. And
You sent me your Oculus?
I was worried about it would leave a permanent, like with
You
all
sent
the.
you sent that to somebody else.
I sent you the Oculus. I didn't send. I didn't. I
He
sent
sent it
that
to
to you,
Ross.
bitch. I know
Bitch,
I
you
did.
still own it. You still have it.
Whatever. So
You
I
know,
don't want to have anything touch my face.
not even me.
Is that funny? You
It
like that?
is. Yeah, he called me.
I
He goes,
do.
Joey, I can't do this. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, it's putting too much pressure on my face. I go, yeah, but George, it's a strap. Loosen the fucking strap. And he's like, I can't. It's gonna ruin it. It's gonna. And then I said, you know what, George? I just wanted it so when we're far away, we can still be close together. It was me trying to find a connection. It was me trying to be there in him, inside his ears, in a virtual world. Um, and it was just once again, there was hoops, right? Hoops abound with this. Does Karen get hit on a lot in real life?
I was going to ask you that.
Yes.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Karen, how tall are you, sweetie?
5'9".
Okay. I didn't mean to call you sweetie. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, George. You can
That
call me
comes from
sweetie.
a
No one
kind.
else can though.
Okay, sweet. Some people do. Right. Right. I'm sorry. That was wrong of me.
Out of bounds, Joey. Out of bounds.
I've crossed the line. Right. I've entered your no square.
I do get hit on a lot.
Yeah, too much invested in my face. That's exactly right, MD. And I hold no bones about it. I'm not going to lie. It costs a fortune. So
Right.
I don't want to have any fillers, or I don't want to have any indentations on my face. No, thank you.
Do Sam.
It's literally the money shot. Like,
Right. What
Don't touch
is
the
the
face.
money shot? Where in what is that?
It comes from the adult entertainment industry.
Okay, it's like a word. It's an action.
Alexa, what does money shot mean?
Money shot is usually defined as the shot or scene of a film that costs the most to produce, most commonly an action sequence. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No.
Yes.
Did I tell you that when I say thank you, darling, it says you're welcome, sweetie? Did they ever show you that?
No.
No.
Does yours do that? Does yours, when you say thank you, darling, it says you're welcome, sweetie?
I don't have.
Only one machine does it upstairs.
We don't have. I don't have that kind of luxury in my home, but maybe one day.
I'm
So,
sorry, Joey.
okay, it's fine.
I said Blondie saw.
Yeah, I was hoping it would.
I've been to villages like that in Africa too, so I get it. It's hard to have, like, in the middle of nowhere to have. I get it, Joey. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to show you my affluence and what is the word? Privilege to you. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Désolé.
it's not all about me. Yeah, sometimes I visit Joey at the soup kitchen. Correct. And I do like soup. Hello, Jared. How do you do?
Which soup do you like the most, Joey?
I like the clam chowder.
I would never eat clam chowder soup at a soup kitchen. No, thank you.
Okay, well, not at a
What
kitchen.
would you eat at a soup kitchen, George?
Right. The bread, maybe a roll. A roll.
Okay, so you want to keep it real?
That's what we're here for.
All right, so God forbid there's, a flood, there's FEMA, I'm at a soup kitchen. I think probably the safe thing to eat would be chicken with rice. Would be the safest thing to eat, I think, as a soup.
I don't know if I'd touch the chicken. I would definitely eat like the rice.
Chicken and rice is usually the safe thing when I'm traveling. If I have to eat, would be the chicken with rice. No
Correct.
sauces, no, because people could hide stuff with sauces. So if something has sauce on it, it has to just be chicken and rice, white rice, and I'm good.
George, do you think I get hit on a lot by people?
Does Joey get hit on a lot?
Yeah. Okay. Taking a little too much time, but
No,
you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay. What about you, George?
I get very strange messages.
You do.
I do, and I've showed you some of them.
You have.
And so,
Be shocked.
yeah,
That's all.
like someone will send me their butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen it.
And one of them, it pissed me off. It was a kid from Afghanistan, and I'll never forget. I was on the runway. I was taxiing, and the plane turns on the runway, and I opened my Facebook Messenger, and I see this butthole, and I was so furious because it was a young.
And then you closed Joey's message and opened up a text to an asshole.
Right.
And then he realized it was just me.
I was furious, and I wrote to him, and I said, remove this immediately. And then I go, what did you see on my Facebook that you thought, oh, let me send him my butthole?
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking?
Was it Harry?
Huh? It wasn't young boys. He must have been 9, 10 years old. And it was from the Afghanistan. Like in that country, they're looking for, oh my God, they're looking for like a sugar daddy. They're looking for, I get girls in the Philippines. It's awful. It's some of the stuff I get.
Yeah, you definitely need those kinds of things can definitely be taken care of by bots.
It's awful. It's awful. It's the reality of it.
I can't believe a butthole made it. Was it on Facebook?
Yeah. Listen, anything. I talk with Joey and we talk about sexuality, but outside of I don't talk about. I don't text. I don't take picture. I have nothing out there. I will not talk or have like video sex or
a lot of people bait George. It's crazy. Like,
have you seen Joey's asshole, George?
Well,
no, and I don't want to. Honest to God. Well, if he were to show it, I would probably glance at it. I'm just curious, but I kind of have an idea of what it might look like anyway.
But you have seen, right?
I've seen what?
You've seen the other.
Oh
thing.
Yeah, of course, because Joey sent his.
And you know what he said?
You
know what he called it?
What do you call it?
Small.
I did actually.
In front of like 8 people.
I'm sorry, Joey.
And made fun of it for an hour.
I never make fun of you. See, no one's gonna believe you because I never make fun of you.
Okay, that's fine. Um,
I get a lot of gifts too. I get invitations to weddings that I don't know who they are.
uh, you know, I George
Like,
once. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, like customers or like business
I don't know. Like I got
friends?
an invitation the other day for a wedding, and I'm like, I don't know who these people are. And I tried going in my database. I couldn't find the name, and I thought if it's someone from I don't know. And so if you're listening to this and you send me your wedding invite, can you please tell me who you are? I get a lot of gifts too. My dentist goes, "Oh, I thought of you." So that he gave me this. Look how beautiful that. So this is from the 1960s, I think. And let me
Wow.
see if I could show this. It's hold on. There you go. It's so I was looking at this and there's a little symbol here. Do you see this right here?
Is that the Zaharoff?
Right
Thanks,
there.
Joey.
And so I saw that, and that's the symbol for Lufthansa. It's very
Lufthansa.
faint.
Oh, Lufthansa.
And
The
so this,
airline.
yeah, and so this is the color, the Lufthansa blue. And it was a flight attendant's bag in the 1950s. And my dentist said, my father, I was clearing out his stuff, and he traveled a lot, and I want to give this to you. So this was a bag I got this the other day when I went to go get my teeth cleaned. Isn't that wild?
I wish
Someone
I got
gave you
free
a vintage
shit.
Lufthansa bag?
Look at this. This is a nice purse too, isn't
The
it?
only thing I get, George, is floss and like a small little tube of poop. Like when you
I
get,
guess it's true. You gotta wait till you make money to get all the free shit, huh?
that's true.
Listen, the more money you make, the more free shit you get, and the more money banks that you get all your credit lines increased and all this other stuff. And it's like, what good is it? Because it's when you're when
Right.
you don't have it, you need it.
Put my lunch in that. Right.
But when you have it, you get more of it. It's fucked up.
George and I once, we had a shower in the tub, not together, right? But we were both just talking, unwinding after a long week, and I'm talking with Jeezy, and he's got it facing his feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Facing what? What are you talking? You lost.
So
I
you,
lost interest for a minute. Tell me again.
Sorry, you were taking a shower, a bath,
Okay, okay.
one day.
Which is it, Joey? A bath or a shower?
I'd like to imagine you started with a shower and then took the bath.
I
Seems
usually take a bath and then the shower.
okay. See, I don't want to sit in my own filth, so I shower then bath. But
You know what?
what
Are you that filthy? That is just
I can get dirty. I think I have the capacity to
you.
do that.
Yeah, because you're hairy. You have oils. I would imagine that you're like a chimpanzee with all the oils, and I get it. So that's why you take a shower first. I get it now. All right. I'm
Anyway,
sorry. Yeah. So
so
Joey has to shower before he
George
takes a bath.
George had the laptop facing his feet, and in the reflection of the faucet was
Oh,
George.
that's true. Okay, this is a true story.
must have been huge if
In
you
the
saw it in the faucet
reflection
reflection.
of the faucet
You
is
saw that.
George.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I was at a crossroads with myself. And I knew like this was a moment, a pinnacle moment of my life. And I'm thinking this can go one of two ways. And I spent a little time looking at it, inspecting, just kind of, do I tell him? Do I not tell him? And at one point he goes, Joey, what are you looking at? And I said, George, you're not going to believe
Your
this,
your third leg.
but I can see your entire lower half clear as day. In underwater, things look strange. Like I go fishing a lot, and the fish always look bigger underwater. But when you take them out, you're like, oh, it's a guppy, it's a carp, right? But George, I seen his underwater, okay, and it just okay,
I'm listening.
that's fine. Um,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
that's when I knew our relationship. We took it to the next level, Karen. Um, George and Joey, I just shaved my cunt. When's the last time you washed your balls?
Who said that?
Duplo. Duplo's OG as hell, by the way. Duplo, that was back, I don't know, maybe Monday, I think, Tuesday. It was it reminded me of Nessie, the Loch Ness monster.
Lurking?
Yeah,
Was
lurking.
the head like pointing?
It was just kind of like like just kind of slanted. Anyways, George and I have been
Well,
very
not quite chubbed, but like a
I don't think I
roll
have
up.
a flat ass. I have an ass.
yeah. There's something
Did
It's
there.
someone
not
say
it's
you had
not
a
a
flat
big
ass?
ass, but I do my squats, huh?
Did someone say you had a flat ass?
Yeah, our Excel did, but that's okay. I mean, I think I do.
I
I
think
don't.
it's in your boxer briefs. You didn't
I
fill them
have a lean build, but I think I have a little bit of an ass.
a lean build. You said.
Yeah, a lean build.
You know who has a really nice one?
Our Excel. Either one day I'll come to you, or you could come to me, and I'll show it to you. And then you could make your you could make your you could you know you could make your assessment.
Karen,
It's a bit of a peach.
do you feel like a
What'd
Pete?
you say?
I think it's a bit of a peach.
A bit of a
Oh,
peach.
stand up. Let's stand up.
Me?
Yes. Or walk to the kitchen. Make it natural. Just
So
didn't ask for any of this. Okay.
let's see here.
Walk to the kitchen. Ah, ah. Yeah, there's some meat back
He's
there.
I
making
have a
like
curve. It's a curve. Excuse me. These are boxes. Yeah, this is a curve. Here you go.
look at that. There's meat.
It's meat. Put some
Yeah.
ratchet music on, right? Monetized channel, no music. Um, I don't have anything at all. I have a Hank Hill ass.
Oh my god, you got a frog butt?
I don't know.
Like V shaped? Like
Okay, maybe not that, but it's little. It's not good, and I don't know what to do about it. But yeah,
Exercise. Exercise.
the first step is realizing you have a
Squat.
problem.
What'd you say?
The first step is realizing you have a problem.
Yeah.
what is my problem, Karen?
No butt.
Okay,
We could get you a prosthetic.
I like that.
With the butt lifters. I love it. Do you know, like I actually bought one because I was curious to see how it's made, and it's a foam. I think I might have one upstairs.
I'll grab it.
I have to remember where it is. I haven't.
A foam
Let me
ass
see if
in
I
every
can
room.
find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
I'm gonna take this opportunity and grab a snack.
Okay, listen. Oh, there she go. Oh, look at that photo, like a little peach. BBL Joey. Joey can't even hold up a belt. Squats Joey. He's got a Becca butt. All right, listen, guys. I'd like to see your behinds. Okay. Talking about mine. It's all men too. Joey, you need to get your hands on.
Very interesting, right? Like
Yeah, heal the broken hairy ass. It is a bit. It is hairy. It's probably one of the hairiest parts on my body, but it's a nice hair. It's
is it
not
hairier
like
than mine?
we've yet to see it, but it's on my to do list. Things I'd like to see in 2025. There's one thing in particular that will remain nameless, but no pun intended. I just where the wild things are, right? The monster at the end of the sidewalk, right where the sidewalk ends. The monster at the end of the book.
How will you know?
Right. Bridge to Terabithia. You know,
Like the gooch?
correct.
That's a bridge of sorts.
Yeah, sure. The walk of life. 37 people. I don't know, GZ, I've seen more than I've bargained for with George. We're very close. There's no secrets left in our friendship. You know what I mean? I feel like we live together, but we don't live. You know what I mean? We're not in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
So something.
Like hetero life mates.
I said that to George. No country for frog butts, right? So you
Didn't tell it, Bob.
You couldn't find it.
I think I threw it out anyway. I ordered it just because I was curious how it's made.
Coochie. Coochie.
And it's a foam. It's a foam. So your ass is sweating. Like it doesn't breathe because I thought maybe they did it with like I wear a compression vest
Right.
and the way they make let me show you, they're incredibly made. Let me show one.
George sent me one once and made me try it on in the bathroom, and then he wanted me to show him. It reminded me of being a kid at Payless, and your mom's like, "All right, now walk," and you like do the little walk through the aisle, Big Rips Payless. But I just remember like George looking, and I
So
go,
you were
George,
like, this is what it feels like to have a dumper?
I felt a bit risque. I even told George, I go, I kind of feel like a slut in a way. Like I
Having a
felt,
big butt makes you a slut?
I don't know, maybe. I guess it's
What?
how you show it off, right? Like it's not the
Yeah.
fact that if you own one by default, but I think it's more under the impression of like if you like to shake it, like twerking's big nowadays, right? The girls at the beach, um, I never see man ass.
Are bikinis still a thing?
I hope not. I
So I don't know if you guys could see it,
right.
but do you guys see the crisscross in the back?
I do. Yes.
And so it's very lightweight and you could breathe through it. But if you see the little stitching, it kind of, and I thought that that's how they would keep, that's how they would do it with this lifter, that they would cut it a certain way to lift your ass up. But instead it was just a foam. I like seeing construction and what they use, and I enjoy that. So I was just curious. But to put a foam padding on your ass, you're gonna just sweat all day. It's no fun.
I
I
sweat
know.
a lot during the summer.
God
Uh,
forbid if you try and squeeze it into a pair of jeans.
Yeah, that's also too, like, the way you cut a jean, you could lift, but it's hard because bodies are all different, especially when it comes to women's bodies.
Forget about
Uh,
it. Like trying to find a size in jeans is like trying to find a 1 through a 12 versus like actually looking for your waist size. And then
yeah.
everyone has different hip sizes. It's weird. So you end
And
up
that's
looking by brand.
I think, yeah, finding in that I think finding the right I think it's very difficult for women. I couldn't imagine going shopping for clothing. And I know because I did made to measure men's suits, and a man would place an order and it would take 2-3 weeks to get your suit. And I was working with Nordstrom on doing a women's suiting, which I still have. I have the samples downstairs still. But a woman would order a made to measure suit, and in 3 weeks, if she, depending on the time of the month or whatever the story is, it would not fit her when it was ready. And it's a little bit of a nightmare. It was a nightmare actually. So women gain weight very quickly. I don't know how you ladies do it. And wait, let me rephrase it. Is that women gain and lose, the weight fluctuates more than the men's do, and the women don't need to eat anything. It could be water retention, it could be all sorts of, I don't know how you ladies do it. I don't know how you do it, Karen.
I wear a lot of leggings now, and I have vintage jeans that fit. But if, like you said, if I lose 2 inches on my waist, they don't fit right anymore. So I have my waist size is a 33 right now. So I have 32, 33, 34 waist jeans that I cycle through depending on,
And
but I mostly wear leggings and dresses now.
are you able to decide, like, do you say to yourself, okay, I think that I'm gonna only the 34s are gonna fit today? Like, are you that connected to your body where you kind of know what kind of day it is and what size you'll be?
No, and if it's one of those days where I'm having a really hard time with like, the bloat, as we
Right,
all
the
get at a
bloat.
certain age, it's leggings. It's leggings or a loose dress.
It's
right.
I don't know.
leggings.
I don't have time to be uncomfortable. I just don't have time for it.
The article is funny. It could be that too. I did men's tailored clothing for about 20 years, and it was anything in the men's tailored, like shirts, ties, suits, formal wear, outerwear, trousers, sport jackets. I loved it. The thing is that people don't dress up anymore. People don't wear suits. If they do, it'll be one in the closet. I have suits that I probably wear twice a year. If there's a
Mhm.
wedding or but
There's no Dom Drapers anymore.
no. And I think that we've dumbed down a lot of our clothing too, you know?
Like our cars.
Mm.
And the cars have gone expensive. You know, you were around, but I remember when I was in high school and going into college, the expensive car was a Beamer, a Mercedes, an Audi, and then it was the Cadillacs. I'm talking about just mainstream cars, BMW, Audi, Mercedes. Those were Peugeot here and there, and then you'd have Cadillacs, town cars, and those cars weren't really that expensive. You know, you could get a car. Now you have the Suburbans going at $130,000, $130,000 a year. The average car payment's like $1,200, $700 some dollars, but a lot of people are paying over $1,000 car payment for just an
For what?
American car.
I know.
Times have changed. You know. Awful. Oh, what are we seeing here?
I'm showing my age. I
Okay.
can't. Someone
Focus,
said I was
girl,
lying about my
focus.
age. Someone said I was lying about my age. People keep
Really?
saying I'm lying about my age.
Do they think you're younger or older?
Older.
Really?
Now, what is that? What is the wall? What is that? I want to see what room you're in.
Oh, this is my bedroom.
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Is that a hula hoop?
Sure is.
You hula hoop.
You know I hula hoop.
Do you know it looks like a Japanese geisha house?
I
Geisha.
think Danny said that. It looks like a massage parlor.
Yeah.
Can you? I'd
I'm
like.
scared what the hula hoop is, and I see like a rope up there. Is that a cross?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What a odd visage. Go back to that. Let's take a look at that
that a
again. That's
rotary?
such an odd visage. Look at that. A hula hoop across. That's an interesting shot right there.
Thank you. I
Very
think.
right.
That's when she commits a sin. It's like, or she's, you know, where's the paddles? I bet you behind those panels, I see hinges. So behind those doors are all her paddles and whips and all her, you know, paraphernalia.
Would you,
And so,
Let's see.
Yeah.
Behind door number 1.
Karen? Do you have any fetishes, by the way?
Does it count as a fetish if I just like vagina?
I think that's more of a preference than a fetish.
Yeah, I don't think I have a fetish then.
now, if you like hairy ones, then that's a fetish.
Correct.
Is
Do
it?
you have
Yeah.
I think liking shaved ones is a fetish.
Correct.
Like curly hair, people will like your hair, or
Right. To fetishize your hair.
People
curly
fetishize
long or
anything.
blonde. That's, you know, all of that. If you show some cleavage, that's a fetish. Open toe shoes,
Feet. We talk about feet a lot.
boots
Behind
with
door
the
number
fur,
2.
with the
Right.
fur.
The whole club was looking at her. She hit the ball. Right.
Next thing you know.
Karen got low.
Carrie, you sing, huh? You have a voice. You have a good voice. I see
She
your
does have a
voice.
good voice. She's very shy about her voice. She thinks her voice is bad. It's not.
I'm getting buttered up for what right now?
Right. To be eaten. I think, yeah, washcloth, maybe. Hairless rat. Okay. Shaved vaginas look like hairless rabbits, says M's.
Hot take.
Hot take,
And one that I would drink.
if you will.
So let me ask you, do you like more masculine or more feminine?
For who?
As a partner, or what you find attractive?
Oh, I like alpha males, unfortunately.
Yeah, because yeah, those are probably the ones that scare me the most.
George, do I
Yeah.
intimidate you?
Why do they scare you, George?
The female version of, like, you know, the alpha, the I don't know, there's like a fear, like the alpha female. That's all, I guess.
Like the hyper feminine alpha female, or like the personality type that's like
the hyper
like most
masculine.
shit?
The hyper masculine. I like feminine women. I like more of that. I like
both. So with
You
women,
do?
it's both. I like feminine women and I like masculine women both.
Do you like makeup and hair and cutesy and dress and stuff? No.
No, I do my best, but like it's right. Like you know what they would call women like me back in the day was a kiki or
A,
something.
a what?
Like one like right down like a kiki, like right down the fucking middle.
A kiki? Yeah, that's what they call a middle. Someone in
Yeah, that's
kiki.
what they used to call women that like they weren't like butch or femme. They were just right down the middle. That's what they
I
used
love
to call
it.
them.
Kiki
I
Pop,
love hearing that.
right? I like Harry Red Snapper, says famous YouTuber.
Looking for who asked you.
What do you think of what do you think an alpha male really is? I think
Right.
they were on the online. They have these alpha males with their sports cars and like the Andrew Tate school type of man. But I don't know. I I don't care for the alpha male types. I don't care for
Sigma?
them.
Alpha's
Right.
like a personality type, right? Like someone that's not easily intimidated. Usually they work out, and then never embarrassed of like themselves, you know? Not afraid to like say what's cringe about themselves and say fuck you.
I
Sure, the muscle car is part of it, but like, you know.
I think that. What say you, Joey?
I'm a what? I'm a Sigma.
You're a Sigma?
He does his thing.
What's that? What's a Sigma?
Someone who's not
Hello?
concerned with someone who's not concerned with chasing pussy. It comes to them.
I see a Sigma. Okay. That's Joey.
I don't have to try.
That's the first thing I thought of. Oh, yeah,
I don't
okay,
have
well,
to
we just
try,
think it was
baby. It
Joey.
comes natural. I don't have to try. I don't have to follow some bullshit.
Joey does not work out.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie. But
And he doesn't have to respond to the haters either.
right. Yeah.
I think, I am,
Yeah, I do some lifting, Kanger.
Is Kanger implying that I like you?
I think so.
Oh.
Right. Wouldn't be the first
if I
person.
like you then, Joey.
Right. George, what do you think? Am I an alpha?
what? Huh?
Am I an alpha or a beta?
I never thought of that. I find it so primitive to have to label someone of that. And I think that if an alpha male, I don't know. I think it's so, I don't know. I don't
Whose ass is he judging?
You like that, Mandel?
just, I think everyone has their issues.
Correct, Marcus.
And everyone has their fears. And if you have someone who's ultra macho and what was the guy, the workout guy that at the gym, he went and punched someone and then started kicking him? He's a famous guy. Who is it, Joey, am I talking about? And he's
I know
going
who
back
you're
to
talking about.
jail.
His name is slipping my mind.
And he got in front of a panel of people and he tore all the men up there saying that he's, I'm an alpha, I make money, my wife, my kids, my place. And I just thought it was just so in bad taste.
I don't.
What an attractive sounding person.
Yeah, I don't.
What?
I don't really listen to that whole.
No, I just mean like guys who give zero fucks about being themselves. And you know
Right.
what? Like you don't always have to be starting a fight to be an alpha, but you'll defend someone who's getting gay bashed or bullied.
I think you're absolutely correct. I think I agree. That's what I like to see, who a person is when they're under stress. That's when you get to know a person's character a lot, of how they react and act when they go through hard times in life. That's my 2 cents. But
If you will.
if you will.
Right.
But I think for me, Karen, I think I don't want. I sometimes wonder if I intimidate people from coming in and talking to me. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, because I was nervous to talk to you.
So imagine, and I know, just imagine wanting to go and someone on a more intimate level they won't do that, or they'll think that, anyway, it's tough. And then I worry about, someone thinking they're getting a lifestyle as opposed to, you know what I mean? Like all my head goes like all of that. And I don't want another me. I don't want someone, unless they're paying their own way and doing their own thing, it's different. But
Hell yes.
Are there very many men like that, like you out there, George? Like someone who can actually come to you as like a peer and an equal?
there's a lot of that, but not someone on an intimate level, or maybe I'm not in those circles. Listen, I had a lot of friends when I was also, you know, you and I, we could have a long discussion about this, but a lot of the stereotypical type, they're very much into the scene. And then of course it's the affluent, rich, you know, go to Whistler, go to Palm Springs, go to Miami, I'm not that. I was a part of all of that in the 90s, and I went through a little bump in the road. And that group told me I wasn't successful enough to be with them. And that, I think, really was a nail in the coffin of me. Just so it was so fake. And give me substance. I don't care how
Right.
much money you have in your bank account. I don't care what you wear. I don't care about any of that. I just someone with substance. You know what I mean? Someone that will be by your side if you have $1 or a million or 10 million.
I'll be by your side, George.
I was gonna say Joey's. That's it.
That's me. I'm that guy, George. I'm that guy.
Yeah, but the thing is if I were to go on a bump in a road, you wouldn't help me get back on my feet. I would end up in some trailer park.
But I'd still take care of you. I'd find a way.
You don't know what it's like. You can't go back. What was Daryl Hannah?
Love doesn't pay the bills, Joey.
Yeah, thank you, Karen.
I'll tell you what it does pay. The Piper.
Marcus is right. Marcus, people will manage two ways, either by inspiring them or controlling them. I do inspiration. I have people help me through inspiring them. 100%. That's me.
White Lotus vibes.
So I'll give you an example. So the filler in France, it has taken me 3 years. Joey, how long have you heard me say, can you put the three of us, please? So I just don't see myself.
Well, George, you look so lovely tonight. I just wanted to
I
show.
do.
I like the Versace top. I don't know. Here, how about
So wait,
come a little? There you go. Center. Actually,
so it took me 3 years. How long have I told you, Joey, talking about setting up in Europe, right? How many I was talking about years?
It's been a while. It's been a few years.
So think about lawyers, accounting, law, having to set up a European website to sell all sorts of stuff, manufacturing, production. It took 3 years to get this all set up. And the day before filling, there was a hiccup with the oil, and everything was supposed to go into production 2 weeks ago, and they wait till the day before filling. And it's like, the French are very curt. Do you know what I mean? So they produce for Parfums de Marly. There's a region in France that all they do is fill perfume. The whole region. Christian Dior has a huge facility. My fragrances are filled by the same people that do Parfums de Marly and Zaharoff. And so I'm like a drop in the bucket, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start from somewhere. And to put such a halt on stuff, I sent an email and I sent them a picture of me when I was 20 years old with my suit in France going to meetings. And I wrote to them and I go, please help me. This has been a dream of mine. So in other words, like I'm trying to inspire them, and they're all women. So I'm trying to inspire them to just help me get over that hurdle. And so that's what I've always done my whole life. I've inspired people as opposed to, you've had my product for 3 years. It's cost me so much money. You know, that kind of stuff. And bitch them out and say, if you don't do this, there's going to be problems. I won't do stuff like that.
Well, which one is gonna work better? You know, people work better when they're being like, what's the word? What are the words? Led by example versus led by fear.
Yeah,
Or
that's very true, Karen. That's very true, actually. It's so nice. I like that. But the French, they're off for every religion, every
beautiful piece
anyway.
of architecture.
It's Chinese New Year, but it's in France. Why the fuck are you guys off? Chinese New Year is in France. But anyway, what did you say, Karen?
I forgot.
Okay.
I was gonna ask about
Are you a mom?
No.
Okay.
No. Are you?
This-
Father?
No children. Joey.
We are all his children.
Joey's my kid.
I call George Daddy Dick, and I'm Daddy Dick Jr.
Joey takes the resources as if I had a like a what do you call the
Joe's
second
your trust fund baby?
no, he's the
No.
when you're married and you have a whore on the side.
Gumar.
He's your concubine?
Yes, he's my concubine.
George is Gumar.
He could be that girlfriend that I have that pays. I have a condo paid for and a car and all that. That's how much how many resources he
Joey's a
sucks.
Gumar?
I'm a Gumar. Yeah.
What a Gumar?
Gumar. Yeah.
What is that?
What you just explained.
Oh,
Just different terminology.
supply-
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I have a set of skills that will remain nameless, you know, and I utilize those skills when necessary, by any means necessary, like Malcolm X, you know, but without all the other stuff, you know,
You got your by any means on?
if you will. I keep that thing. Yeah, I keep that thing on me, if necessary. Yeah, I think George and I have a cosmic connection. I don't think this is our first time around together. I think we've done this before. And I think we keep going back and finding each other. We like to do it all over again. Maybe in the multiverse, I'm George and George is me. It's a beautiful idea. We like to play games, right? It's like a game of tag, except we're fully nude and we're moving in slow motion. And
when I had more weight on me, we would role play like I'd pretend I'm Joey, but I can't anymore because I'm too thin and too fit. So we stopped doing that.
What I do, you know, I have a very, you know, like a masculine kind of like, right? Like this is what a peak performance looks like kind of deal. It's not the alpha male. That's not what it's like. Go to a Midwest, you know, small town, hole in the wall bar and you'll see a real man, right? You know what I mean? With the hat, tucked in shirt, right? Kind of had a nice body at one point, got a bit of a anyways, it's just classic, you know.
Describing my type.
Well, that's what it's all about, you know. A little piece of Americana. I you know, George is very cultured, and in a way, George teaches me, and I teach him in return.
We have the funniest. We have the funniest conversations, Karen. I'll call him in a cab from the airport in Paris to the hotel, and I'll just be asking him 1,000 questions, you know, or we talk about fetishes. Like I said to Joe, if someone were to hear our conversations, it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we live in a very judgmental time. And it's not so much of what it is we talk about, it's the fact that nobody wants to admit.
Thinking about it doesn't equal endorsing it. People don't realize that.
Right. Right. We should be able to freely express ourselves, you know, and everyone's so afraid to be authentic. That's the problem.
They don't want the world to see them.
Yeah. When everything feels like the movies, you know.
I just want you to know that I am.
20 years of Iris. Did you know that? It's been 20 years.
Today?
No, it's been a lot longer than 20 years.
20 years of what?
Might be 30 years.
Of what?
Iris.
As old as we are?
What's Iris?
Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh.
For some sleeves, Joey. Hey, listen, okay?
Thank you, Blondie, for supporting him.
Correct. I need to pay. What do I got coming up? Hold on. Credit card bill. So Joey has a known fupa fetish. Yeah, I'm a man of the people. If I see something abnormal, I'm interested by design. I immediately want to see more of it. Like, I think we're so used to like you're either fit or overweight, but there's so many.
It?
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Nothing.
Like Garth Brooks, Barfly vibes.
This
You
is
should
the
see
ideal right here. That's peak masculinity.
it. It is. It is. Masculinity comes in. What are you doing there, George? What is this?
I got some shirts in and I'm just going through and then
Thank you, Broadway.
just looking at them.
Yeah, StreamYard's like $50 a month, and you think they tune in
StreamYard is what?
$50 a month if you don't buy the year.
Oh,
Yeah, it's expensive. People don't get it. They don't know. I agree, Ron. It comes in different shapes and colors. Let's get it started. Yeah, 40 people. What are we at? We've $15 in super chat.
so did you see? You guys have to support Joey?
Yeah. What is this? Joey can't leave the Jersey Shore in the past where it belongs. I was this before Jersey Shore. If I had to simplify it and put it in a box, I would say like the growing up Gotti era, like a real Brooklyn fade, like a real blowout. Like that's where I fall in line. But I get it. I get the appeal. Hair's gone, sleeves gone.
Are these shirts you bought for yourself, George, or are they
Oh, I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
my bad, sorry.
It's okay.
So I have these shirts. The undershirts I wear from Uniqlo, they're the best. And I bought some other ones that are not the ones I like. So I'm gonna give these away. But they're the Uniqlo. Have you ever heard of Uniqlo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the Aries shirts that I thought I would try because they don't make. Thinking they would fit, but I don't like them.
Shout out to Donald. Thank you again putting it there. Donald put it there last night. Mead is here again with a 5-piece. George, I can fit that maybe. Is that an XL?
It's an XL. I'll send these to you.
Yeah, I can.
I sent Sancho. I had larges. I'm an XL, but this has the round neck. Also,
Okay.
Joe, will you wear these? You'll wear these?
They look like nice workout tops. As summer's coming, I'll probably cut the sleeves off.
George
Workout
looks
tops.
disappointed.
Workout tops. Okay, they'll never be worn.
Okay.
I'll
Right.
send them to you, Joey.
Yeah,
See what I
George,
mean about
maybe
the joke?
it's okay.
What'd you say?
I like me, Karen. I like me. I accept myself for how I am. I just wish others could love me the way I love.
The alpha talk.
And I get it. Listen, guys,
Kinda red.
I get
Red in the face.
I get what our president wants to do with the tariffs. I'm changing the subject because I just saw it. But I have to tell you that it's causing so many. I get it. I get what he wants to do. He wants to force. If I send a bottle from the United States to Germany, let's say it's $100 bottle of perfume, they're going to pay $25 duty because it's made in the U.S. and in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they could send their Beamers and their Mercedes. I get it. I get all of it. But and I think that he's trying to shock the system. But now if I wanna send anything from China to the States as of yesterday, it's 100, it's like double and some. And so I'm scared that it's gonna really fuck up the economy. That's my biggest fear. Because what's gonna happen now is the factors are saying, you know what, we can't deliver now. Let's wait 2 weeks to see. So if you hold all those payments for 2 weeks, the whole global economy, I'm just scared. I'm scared about, I don't know. I get
Shout
it
out to
though.
Charlie. Thank you, Charlie.
And the problem also with a certain country is you can't compete with no free labor. They're in prisons making shirts and t-shirts and pants and all sorts of stuff. And I get all of it. It's just, anyway, where am I going with this? Nowhere.
We're all on the road to nowhere.
I didn't want to be the one to bring up tariffs first.
It's a tariff stream, right? Whoever says tariff first loses. So
I get it. I get all
But
of
I
it.
get it.
Do you ever hear of Warren Rigg? A Train to Nowhere?
I'm familiar.
No.
You have to. It's a great song. It's A Train to Nowhere. It's Warren Rigg, RIGG. It's great.
All right, GG Talking Heads. Thank you, Ron. That's what I was dropping.
Road to Nowhere.
And you know what? I'll tell you, he's right. So the moment one country comes to the table, this is why it's a great time to buy because stocks. It's because all it does is take one company, one country to come to the table, and you're going to see the stock market rise. My belief. That's my thoughts. A Train to Nowhere.
George, we're not used to sharing our time with other people. How do you like it? We had Jonathan this week. We got
I
Karen.
think it was nice, and I think that Karen, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy this?
Yeah.
I think she's
Yeah.
taking a shit.
I'm a little no. I'm looking for my Oakleys because I want to match you.
You
Want to
want
match your energy.
match my vibe? My
Hey, Karen,
vibe?
how would you describe my relationship with Joey?
50 people, George.
Brothers.
Oh yes, that's it. You said brothers?
Brothers.
I was hoping you'd say lovers.
Well, if you take away
Well,
the
you're out of Joey's league, George.
correct,
I know. It's true. It's true. I would have to be a bumpkin.
a blumpkin. Is that what you said?
A bumpkin.
See,
I don't know.
your guys' relationship is so special that when you bring new people in here, it's like, what's the right jokes to make?
Ooh, keep them on their toes, right?
Am I gonna fit in?
We're gonna double team you. Are you ready? We're gonna rapid fire question you.
Let's
Okay,
go.
go.
You ready?
Yes.
What do you think would if I wasn't in Jeezy's life? Do you think he'd be happier, or do you think he'd be lonely?
He wouldn't even know what he was missing, and that's somehow sadder.
So when I first came into this space, Joey was one. I think Joey has enriched my life, and I love him very much. He's in my heart.
Hmm.
No
And
matter
you're
what
right.
they
It's like
say.
it's like a brother. And
George bullies me like an older brother would.
and you know, Karen, something interesting happened to me. There's only a few people that I talk to in this space. I used to talk to everybody, and that shrunk. But somebody who would send me messages and pictures and this, hey, I love you, I'm proud of you, all this other stuff. I found out that he would go online and take the information, whatever I had told him, or just telling him what I'm doing, and then. So I don't like, yeah. So Joey, I very am grateful for Joey's friendship, and I love him. I love Joey.
There's one thing about Joey, he's loyal.
That's the one thing that Joey is. He's one of the good ones. He's a good
And he
guy.
gets a bad rap. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You get a bad rap?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get it either because Joey has never
Pervert
shown
Spain.
otherwise. He's been so the same person. Like he's not even bought. Look at all these T-shirts I bought. Oh my god!
How many? Like, did you buy a pallet of them?
I bought. I have a problem. I've got problems. So these were $15 a piece. Joey, you're gonna have some nice T-shirts here.
I'm gonna wear them. You know what? And were they form well around my arms, like my guns?
They share
I
an aura.
thought these
They
were
share an
different.
aura.
These are beautiful shirts. It's just I don't like the necks.
I think George and I give off a different aura, but then our aura also complements one another.
Joey is a dose of realism, if that makes sense to you. Does that make, you know what I mean? Like with all my travels and the experiences, it kind of grounds me. Like I feel spread out sometimes all over the world, and this space grounds me. Like it gives me peace.
Wow.
Does that make sense, Karen?
Yes.
George has been many things to me in my life. most importantly, a friend, but a confidant. You know, this is not the Golden Girls theme, by the way. Right.
Your heart is true.
If you, I don't know, George has taught me a lot of things. And I think in return, we teach each other a lot of things. And, you know, I'd play the piano if it didn't have copyright, but I don't know. I feel George and I are very similar lives, but different. You know, I don't know how to.
It's the Midwestern. It's the
Maybe it's
Midwestern
maybe it's
connection,
the
you know.
values. Maybe it's the values, right?
Were you born in? Where were you? Were you from? Are you from Arizona?
No, I'm from Seattle originally.
Oh, Seattle's a great town.
Yeah, it is. And did you start? I know you started your Zaharoff tours in Alaska and Seattle. Was there a reason for that? Or
Yeah, I started. What do you say?
well, you said when you and Jonathan were talking about your bottles, you talked about how you would start your tours up in Alaska and Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, and then kind of work your way over. Was there a reason for that, or?
So Seattle is Nordstrom's headquarters, right on Pine Street, 500, right there
Yeah.
in Seattle. And so at that time, Nordstrom had North Lake, then down to Portland, so probably about 10 stores, even in Yakima, and then
No
up in
way.
Anchorage.
Out in
Yeah,
Eastern Washington?
yep. And I drove with the buyers. I rented at that time a Bronco and had all the buyers at
Hmm.
Nordstrom, and we drove out there. And I would start, yes, I would Seattle, Portland, down the West Coast. Those times, I mean, if I could tell you, like, how much Amazon has destroyed all the internet too in terms of the interaction, because people would go to the shopping malls all the time and you would have interactions. I actually miss that.
Yeah, I loved going out to the malls. I love talking to people. I really do. Even if I was at the mall going to the food court, I used to love talking to the people that worked there. They always had a different personality about them. The people at the food court, it was so strange.
Because
Like
there's either like a 30-year-old manager, there's some shithead kid there,
had
there's someone in college like working through,
right,
maybe
just
someone who just got out of jail and needed
correct.
a job or something. Like, yeah, there's
Ew,
always different
ew.
personalities at the food
It
court.
was Newtonville, and I say that with love. Like I love the real. You know what I mean? The everyday people shit. I live for it. And you just don't get that anymore.
No, you don't.
You
And
don't get that. Even at a grocery store, George, everything's self checkouts now. Nobody wants to talk to anybody.
well, I think you that has banned you from several stores, right? Because you got caught like covering your hand.
Yeah, I've stole.
Yeah, was
Yeah,
it
I'm a
you?
bit
Was
of
it
a
you that? But oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I bought a $1,000 LG OLED for about 69 cents.
Oh,
I
that's
rang up
awesome.
a tomato.
I know you told me how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked. God damn it, Lord knows it worked. But yeah, I wouldn't do it again. I'm banned from the store. But I had hair then, so I think yeah, I've lived a fruitful life, no doubt. G's are like that. Without Joey, it's like peanut butter without the jelly. Am I the jelly or the
Or
peanut butter?
I was just gonna say that. What do you think, Karen? Who would be the peanut butter? Who would be the jelly? What do you think?
Which one of you's sweeter?
Me.
One of
Oh,
them's
you're the jelly. You're the jelly.
I'm the
I'm
jelly.
definitely
Yeah, I mean,
chunky
the
and
easy
thick.
joke here was to say that Joey's got the jelly rolls, but you know.
But he's got the
Oh,
butter.
it's just you and me now. Who's got the butter? Who's got the protein?
Who's got the so who? What's your favorite color, Karen?
Pink, but my favorite color to wear is black.
Right.
Pink is
Does
a
that make
beautiful
sense?
color. Yeah, I get
Yes.
it.
Does that make sense? Maybe, I guess. I don't know, man.
It's Joey, you don't get it. Never mind.
No, I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah, I don't understand everything, but I try to. Joey perpetuates this shit. That's what they say.
George, do you get it? Like, there's a color that looks good on you. There's a color that makes you look like a serious adult out in public, right? But then there's the color that you secretly enjoy the most and that you would decorate your whole room in, and you'd
Like
only let certain people in to see it.
it speaks to you, the real
Yes.
color. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I love that. That's awesome how you explained it. You're very articulate in your thoughts. You're able to speak it very well.
I'm at
I
200.
used to
But I
read
know.
books.
I used
Thank
to.
you.
I know
I
books.
used to float.
I used.
Listen, the reading of the books is a huge thing that this generation don't do anymore. They listen. They don't.
They don't even listen
And
anymore.
no one writes. letters anymore and all sorts of stuff.
I wrote a letter
Um,
to someone recently,
Wow.
just for the hell of it.
yeah,
Just
I think
nice.
that's awesome that you did that.
Barry, I'm at 200. We need 300. It's a $500 situation. I literally need 300s to go. So it's going to take some time before we do the next mystery palette. But when we do, it's going to be epic because we were going for like a better quality palette. Yeah, I still have a bunch of junk. It wasn't all junk, but
If you pay extra, can you get a real Amazon palette?
that's what's fine. Yeah,
That's what, yeah. But I
$500.
think that Joey has to oh my, Joey has to sell the goods. So whoever's in the room
Right.
who wants what, right? And sell it. That's what I think he should do. Who wants,
Hi, Yari.
you know, who wants to, used vibrator? Oh, me, that thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, if people were interested in that, we could totally like send out those kind of things. Um, I'm excited. And I did call the location to see if they had the adult boxes, and they haven't got a shipment in yet. But they have my contact information, so I have no idea what's going to be in there. But I'm excited. Last time it was a bunch of butt plugs and like lubrication. It was insane, but they go quick. I think people have parties like those. What are those called? Where you invite all the people over and
Your birthday party?
correct, correct, right. Nobody shows up. It's just my mom.
You and butt plugs is like the
Butt
party
plug.
favor to
Yeah,
hand out.
it's
I
okay.
love
everyone,
it. That's kind of
everyone put it
awesome.
in. Yeah.
Everyone put it in. I know. So I'm meeting Joey in person. I know he's a great human being. That lasted forever. That hug, he meant. That hug. Yeah, Juan's a hugger. We've held each other in our arms, and Juan's 6'4", and I wonder what I felt like in his arms.
Aww.
So what comes to mind, Ken, when you think of Joey?
What comes to my mind when I think
Yeah,
of Joey?
yeah. Thank you,
9
Barry.
inches.
No,
8.
8 inches.
I would say more like
I think
3.
when I think of Joey, I think of Sum 41 and Blink 182.
That's true. I like that. Yeah.
I think of Smashing Pumpkins.
What a
And
compliment.
yeah.
You're really blowing smoke up it.
No, come on. I think of Goo Goo Dolls. That's it. That's enough smoke.
I'm I don't know what people, it's such a narcissist thing to like ask somebody like yourself, like, what do you think of, like, I remember back in the day, they used to make Facebook posts, like, what do you think of when you think of me? Just to stroke their fucking, their ego. I'm talking like 15 years ago. But I'm always curious because everyone looks at you in a different lens. And I think we're all guilty of it.
So how many people in the room?
Right now, 46.
Seriously?
Holy shit. You're
Yeah,
kidding.
47.
So
47.
let me ask, what can the group, can you type out what is one or two words to describe Joey?
I don't think you can in one word. And if I see anything
Hi,
shame,
Josh. Hi, Josh. Good
corpulent,
to see you, Josh. So
and
what's one or two words to describe Joey?
let's do it for all three of us. Don't just make it about me.
And then I think it might be time for me to go. Let me see. What time is it?
It's 9. It's just
Okay.
9 on the
We've
dot.
been for 2 hours.
Hour and 40.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
It
Thanks,
is.
Terry, for being here. Talented, I agree. Sly Not Stallone. Joey is so talented, Karen. He's so talented. I just wish I could shake him, and I wish Joey was more hungry.
See, you're just like the older brother because you're like, see, you're great. You have all this drive and ambition and skill, but what are you fucking doing with it?
Yeah. Oh wow, Joey, listen to that.
But I love it.
But I'll tell you what, though, I told Joey that I love him unconditionally, and so if he wants to not do anything, I love him. If he wants to
I
do
don't know what I'm
something,
missing. What else
I'll
can I
support
do?
him.
The only thing left to do is leave this space and go out into the world and try it elsewhere.
Do you know how things pop up on your screen while you're talking? You have like blasts, whatever. I get notices from different stores, and I'm getting,
You're getting extra
Valentino now on sale.
Well, that's why you
Givenchy.
gotta go, because you got shit to buy. Things. I get it, George.
I can't though. I
He's like,
can't.
so anything he does, he'll be good at, because in live streaming, right, the good ones, like, they pay attention to the chat, they pay attention to their guests, they keep the conversation going, and they keep it interesting. There's not very many people in this space that do that, or ever really did do that.
Joey's good at that.
Misunderstood. Am I misunderstood?
No, I think it's very simple. I just think that there's some people that,
Are stupid.
Thank you,
yeah,
Italian.
I don't understand it. And to this day, I don't know if you've seen it, Karen. There's some videos out there about Joey, and I just don't get it.
51.
Like,
Are
I
we
don't
talking
get it.
about a certain space on the internet?
Yeah, I just don't get it. So, Charlie, good to see you.
What I've noticed in those videos is that it's mostly featuring Joey's guests and not Joey himself.
No, there's a couple of it on him too, and
Hey, y'all.
It's one
But it's-
person.
but yeah, exactly. No, I'm just saying, like, Joey has never shown any other person than who he is now. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's never been, I don't know. There's some good people in this space, don't care. Like, I want to preface that too. There's some great things that are people that are out there. Don't HL in my comment, HL highlight. Why are you?
His comment. There's no comment from Cap even here.
I didn't see any comment,
There's no
Captain.
comment, Cap. That's
His
genuine.
comment got held for review.
Hi, Hillary.
Yes,
Hi,
good. I have it set to that. So we have 50 people watching.
Hi, Hills. Hi, Yara. Hi, everybody.
Not
But,
fugazi. Right.
so Blondie, I cut down the boxes, and I think they look better now. Let me see if I could show you.
Is it okay if I full screen you, George? Or are you gonna get upset?
Go ahead. You can full screen. So do you see it? Are you able to see it?
Yes.
Do they look better now?
I've always liked Hermes boxes as decorations, personally. I don't
They're
care if
less.
it's tacky.
They're
Yeah.
less. Do you see? Now, I don't know why the camera shows the lights more magnified. It's a little bit more sedated. But doesn't that look nice?
I think it looks great. There's this girl that I follow on YouTube, and I don't know if anyone even recognized the channel name, but she got made fun of for using her Hermes boxes as decorations, or because she was looking for an end table at the time. She had them stacked and then had her like lucite lamp on top, and people on the internet were giving her all kinds of shit for it, and she was just like, I don't give a fuck. I like the color. I paid good money. These boxes probably cost like $100 a piece. I'm gonna fucking use them. They're good quality.
She bought the boxes.
No, she bought, actual Hermes items.
Okay.
She was using the
Yeah.
boxes as like an interim nightstand or something.
I like them. Like, I took a few. They were stacked high, and they're my And so I kind of like I wanted Blondie to be honest. It's okay. I wanted to be honest. That's what it's all about. So I took down a couple of them, and I like it now. But when I took them out completely, it was whatever. And then you know what else I did is that I decided to like, from all my travels, I put together this. Tell me what you think. Hold on, let me go get it. Hold on.
When I think of George, I won't say this to him because his head will grow 3 sizes too large. I think George is authentic. Wait.
So you're funny, Joey. So I put a little box and all my tickets and boarding passes, and like if I go, I just
One
stick
day
it
that's
in
gonna
there.
go to me.
So just have it open like nice, huh? What do you think?
One day that'll be mine, George, and
It makes me happy to see
I'll make
that.
a shadow box of GZ and I'll cry every time.
Was that an aquarium?
No, it was just a glass box.
Karen, do you ever feel like you have a glass box?
I have a heart of glass.
I'm only a crack in this castle of glass.
Do I have a glass box? No, I don't. What is it for? Like a terrarium or? Sorry.
The box. So it's a metal box with glass on it, with a slot. So it's like, if there's a wedding, you put the envelopes in it. Have you ever seen that before?
I have.
No.
Yes.
And so it's like where you put the envelopes with money. I don't want Hermes. I have Hermes pillows.
Get an Hermes orange pillow and a blanket.
Blondie, you got to come up here to Chicago and tell me what else to put on here then.
If Broadway comes, I'll come.
Have you seen her place, George? It's beautiful.
Blondie's?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure of it.
What do you think of my place, George? Were you shocked?
I haven't seen your place. I haven't seen your new place, Joey.
I gave you a tour.
Not of the new place. I've saw the old one.
Okay.
And what did I think? I loved it. It was very homey, very
Cozy.
cozy. Yeah, of course. And I love you and Juju, so it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Do you know all the rooms in my house? I spend the most time in my bedroom.
It's your fortress of solitude, your sanctuary. It's where you can be the most vulnerable. Kind of isolate yourself from all the outside mumbo jumbo and decompress.
Yeah.
I bet sometimes you just lock yourself in that room, maybe for like a few days at a time, just so you can. And then you step out after 3 days. GZ has risen, and
You're so funny.
that's what home is. Easter's falling on 420, George.
Easter's falling on 420. 420, yes. I don't know what that's about. I was born on Easter Sunday.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
Blaze up for Jesus.
Right. My eyes.
Were you really born on Easter Sunday?
I was.
I want George in my basket this year. I want a Zaharoff.
It was April 11th, 1971. It was either Easter or Palm Sunday, one or the other. Palm Sunday is this Sunday, right? I was born on a Sunday, April 11th, 1971.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
Hey Alexa. Hey Alexa. What day of the week was April 11th, 1971? Let's see if it answers.
April 11th, 1971 was on a Sunday.
There you go. I should have asked if it was a holiday. Holiday celebration.
What do you want for this coming year, George?
I have so many blessings in my life that I don't need. I just want peace. Honest to God, I have everything. I have more shoes and shirts and pants and clothes and stuff, and I'm very, very blessed. I'm just very grateful. So I'm in a space of gratitude and not want. Except I'm trying to find a pair of Givenchy carpenter jeans.
Carpenter jeans with the little hammer, the little
vintage or modern?
The new collection. I would like to really find a pair of Dior ones, but those are difficult to find, and so.
George, just get some Carhartts.
It's not the same. Look at his face.
Oh, okay.
He's dying inside.
You know what I thought of it though? I thought of it.
Some vintage Carhartts.
I should get a pair of Carhartts. You're right. That'd be interesting.
I'd want to see it personally. And what's it like?
You know what? I'll get a pair of Carhartts. I can't. I will. I won't. Yes, I will.
I have some Carhartt boots, George. You could wear. Heel toe.
I have some Carhartt leggings.
That's crazy.
I love it. I love having fun.
I love having fun.
This is fun this is like having a tea party with your kid.
Picturing himself in workwear. This is fun.
Right. Danny, thank you so much. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. I'm a blue collar boy. I don't know. I invited George to stay at my campground
What
with
did he
me,
say?
with no electricity, no heat, just a couple of boys in a bag, a sleeping bag, a candle, maybe some tea, maybe some kind of tea, and just maybe some sounds, like some white noise. Maybe we could get like a couple of
Are you a
people.
camper, George? Do you like the outdoors?
I like the outdoors when I'm driving through some like the Serengeti. I love the Serengeti, but it's between resorts or you know what I mean? Like I don't
I woke up to 10 degrees, as you know, you guys seen it. And I called George. George called me that morning and goes, Joey, what did you say?
I asked you if you need money for your electric bill
I need money for my electric
or
bill.
your heating bill because it's so cold there, but I didn't know that it was a joke, of course.
What
But
wasn't it?
it was yeah. George is afraid to poop in the hole of ground. Kanger, I would be constipated. It would never come out.
So I
I
invited
think you'd have to bring like a whole electrical grid with you if you went camping.
Have a what?
A whole electrical grid?
maybe like a jackery to like
So
power
so
to go.
let's be honest. Let me be honest. The last time I went camping,
I've been
no,
I'm,
it must have been when I was 8 years old in Greece for a weekend. But no, I've never been camping. Have you been camping, Karen?
Yes. No,
camp,
I'm
camping with Karen.
the Pacific Northwest. That's like
It's
a big
beautiful.
thing. Everyone goes camping, except for like weirdos.
Have you ever whittled some wood,
In my day,
if you will?
I
Did
used a
you ever
magnifying glass.
did you ever see Quest for Fire, Karen?
No,
So
and-
it's a movie back in I think 1970. Hey Alexa, when was Quest for Fire out? Is I gonna know?
so, anyways, I told
The
George
photo was released in 1981.
Okay, so 1981, a movie comes out, Quest for Fire, and it's 2 hours of a group of cavemen traveling far away, grunting. They find fire. They travel back, and it's 2 hours of ooh, ooh, like not just grunts. And so
I'm writing this down. I'm
he
writing this
gets
down.
back, so they're
movie
holding
night
they're
on
holding
Discord.
this fire. All right, he's holding this fire back. He gets to his group of people, and they're so excited that they start dancing in the water and they're passing the fire around, and the fire goes in the water and burns off. And I'm like, I watched this for 2.5 fucking hours to get the fire, to bring it back, and they burn it out in like that. So anyway,
Isn't
Absurd
that life?
things. That's life.
Mm.
I
So what did they
challenged.
do? Go out and look for it again?
they had brought back a person who knew how to do the whittle. Is it the whittling? Is that what that is called?
No, but just how to make a,
With the wood, with the stick,
mhm,
and they
yeah,
go like so.
flint.
They had captured like a slave and brought them back, and so the fire burns out, and he produces the water in front of the fire in front of all of them.
I challenged GZ to camp with me. He said he was going to sleep on it, so
Uh,
we could film the whole thing. It would be a great
What's the part
like.
about camping that's the least appealing to you? Is it the sleeping on the ground or is it the sitting in
Actually,
a
you know
hole?
what? I think that if I'll do it. So but I've done the kind of stuff that I've done with it very high end, like in Zanzibar. I did like the Kapinski in Zanzibar or the Serengeti, but these are huge luxury, in the middle of nowhere, but it's all luxury, and opulence and all that.
Not
But
even
there was a time I wanted to take a nap and I get in my bed and they had the nets and there was a lizard this big on the inside of my bed on the net. So I get out very carefully. Oh my God, guys. I tell the
trauma.
worker
Trauma.
and he comes in, shakes it off, and then starts stepping on it to kill it. And I'm like, what the heck? What this huge sailor? I mean, anyway,
Just murdered the Liz.
Can you show us like how big was it?
it must have been this big. It's
That's
big.
George said that to me the first time we met. Isn't that right, George?
Uh, yeah, sure, Jan.
Whatever, Mary.
If
I
there was
just
a
thought that they would
if the,
catch it and release it. I don't like killing animals. Listen, if there's a fly in the house or a like, I will catch it and put it outside. I don't want to. Its only existence is for what, 2 hours, and I'm going to kill it? No, no way. I
has
don't
there
like.
ever been like a designer camping release like Dior on the tents? Like,
You know what? I'm sure Hermes. I'm sure because there's Abercrombie and Kent. It's a very high end. There's all the camping for the bougie rich people, like, even Louis Vuitton does camping stuff with the two champagne and the bottle of Moet. You can find all of that shit out there. It's a big deal in the Middle East too. The Bedouins, you go to you go out into the desert, and that's also glamorized camping too. I mean, there's a lot of high end camping out there. Now, would I go camping? Um, do like how do I say this? No, I have no desire to want to do it, but it's just a preference. But I respect those who do it because I know that people love the nature and the outdoors and fishing and that kind of stuff. I'm just more of an urban person.
I'd love a tandem like kayak with George and to go fishing on the water with him for the day.
oh my
I,
God. Can
I
you
would
imagine like George in the Simple Life?
having to paddle with me and sink, like just
I would
yes,
need like a Xanax or something to relax me.
sitting on a stream on fire. Yeah, I don't know, trapped on the water. I don't know. That's my happy place.
He made me walk on the ice, wanting me to fall into it, Karen.
Actually, that's true. I tried getting him to bring his new Mercedes on the ice, and he wouldn't. And I go, George is fine. It's like -10 out. Like this ice is thick, and I was hoping that if he fell through, one I'd grab his coat because he had this beautiful. Was it Fendi?
My coat.
It was a black with white font. Was it a Fendi winter jacket?
That it was Shirley, yeah. It
Yeah.
was beautiful, yeah.
We walked around. We had breakfast at like a mom and pop place,
Oh
and
my
then
God, Joey, you're so romantic.
thank you. Midwest, what can I say? It's Midwest, George. And then I take him to my campground and it's all snowy and I take him to the water and I have a picture. Where is the photo? Let me see if I can find it. I have a picture of George on
You
the
do?
frozen lake in his outfit.
Whitewater summer. I haven't, but I'm gonna take a look at it.
Let me see.
So, but like, I don't want to do camping, Karen. I have no desire. Um,
It doesn't relax everybody,
right.
It's
And
all
I
right to
think
be
that
urban.
the quietness, I need a TV on when I sleep because the crazies in my head need to be like toned down. I used to take back in the day. I used to take anti-anxiety, antidepressants. I used to take sleeping pills. I got off all of them about 10, 12 years ago. I stopped drinking. Like I really cleaned my entire life. And so I have the TV on at night just to help me. Just it relaxes me because then I start thinking too much. Do you ever happen to you like you wake up in the middle of the night and you catch a thought and then
I
you
have to
just
sleep with voices on. Like
oh you do?
I fall asleep with podcasts playing most nights,
Yeah.
or everyone talking in the Discord.
We sleep together on Discord. When I say we, I mean a collective of individuals. And
Really?
we fall asleep
I
on the
never thought of that. Karen, do you sleep with people you know? Or is it just random? Karen?
Um, so I don't. My bed is empty. I'm just gonna preface like my
No,
bed is
no, I'm saying
empty.
the podcast. The podcast is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So I sleep like sometimes
Oh my God.
I sometimes listen to Chris Hansen's podcast, To Catch a
Yeah.
Predator, or sometimes a true crime one. Other times ones about like baking in like the 17 or 1800s, like talking about what ingredients were available back then.
That's kind of
Um,
awesome.
yeah, that kind of thing.
So tell me
But
something about the past that you were saying about baking. Give us some tidbits, something that we wouldn't know.
One of the most common foods that they had back then that we don't have today is salt pork, and the salt pork that you'll find in stores is very different from what was in existence back then.
So what was the difference?
Just the sheer amount of salt.
They had less over there at that time, or we have less here?
More back then.
More back
And
because they had
I
to
think the
preserve
salt
it,
pork
right?
is. I think the salt pork now is processed in a way besides actual salt preserving,
Right.
so it just tastes different.
But
The other
back
thing that
then
was
they had
really
to,
interesting was listening to them talk about barley and how it was used back then versus how it's used now, and the
how
way
it
it was used in the Scottish Highlands as like not just a not just like a bread and a grain, but also as like a soup and like a porridge.
Thank
that's
you,
kind of
Dan.
interesting. I like that.
I
That's
listened
kind of
to
interesting.
I like it, and you know what? I can't remember like how the episodes go because I'll fall asleep when I'm listening to them. But there are times when it's interesting enough that I'll want to listen to it again the next day.
And it's the interesting ones that make me fall asleep. It's when I'm listening to it and with my eyes closed, I fall right to sleep.
And you're like, "Don't fall asleep, don't fall
Yeah,
asleep," and that's when you fall asleep
you fall
after.
asleep. Do you ever watch those the shows that it's an old English that kind of mimic the era of the Downton Abbey, and they'd say how they cook stuff back in the English days? You watch that stuff too?
I like stuff like that. I
Yes,
do.
me too.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that too. And how they used to have like the sugar bowls. They used to do like the wealthy would have the sugar, and so their teeth would rot, and it would be because of the sugar intake.
Yeah. Or just like okay, so for the longest time I would see these like shakers right in thrift stores, and there would be three different shakers. So it would be salt, pepper, and then a secret third shaker, and I've still not figured out what that third shaker was supposed to be for.
You should
But
try
I see them ask
ask,
Alexa.
you should ask ChatGPT. What Joey? Do you have ChatGPT? Joey, what are you doing?
I'm getting our picture up.
Oh, he's looking for pictures of you on the ice.
There's so many fucking photos, so it's ridiculous. But I do. What do you need?
ChatGPT, what is the third? So what did people eat in the old days? It was salt, pepper, and what was the third one? Joey is making a reservation for me.
Let's see.
One
So
moment, please.
specifically, the time period. We got to be a little more specific with.
I did see that.
Let's say late 1800s, early 1900s.
Okay.
I have my
Cheeks.
glasses on.
Yeah.
Is it
See,
cheeks?
look, he's got. I see the lump. I see it.
The lump. It's a lump stream.
Lump sat alone in a baggy marsh.
Okay, so of course, depending on location, cultural background, economic status, there was bread and cornbread, pork, beef, chicken, deer, rabbit, and squirrel, dairies, fresh milk, butter, cheese from cows or goats, veggies, standard shit, potatoes, beans, cabbage, turnips, fruits, apples. Okay,
Never
I'm
mind. Never
dishes.
mind, Joey.
I
Yeah,
like CK's answer.
this is not.
Hi, Colin.
Hey, this is Chat
Unhelpful.
GPT. I typed in what you said verbatim. I don't want to hear it. I was looking for the, you can thank Chat GPT, not me.
But if
George,
you
have you seen the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy?
I don't think so.
It's about the Bushmen, and it's about these bush people that haven't seen very much of civilization, and it's based in, obviously, they show like real cities over there. It's based in Africa, and they show like the real cities there, but then they go out to the bush, and this whole premise of the movie is that a Coke bottle gets thrown out of a plane and ends up in like a
I have
bushman's
seen that movie.
village.
Yeah.
And it ends up where?
In a bushman's village, and
Okay.
like, and they all find different uses for the Coke bottle,
I gotta
but
see
eventually
that.
the Coke bottle becomes coveted so much that they all start fighting over it. So I won't spoil the whole
So
movie,
it's
but
called The Gods Must Be Crazy.
yeah,
Do you know I was in Namibia and I went to the Himba tribe. It was a 3-day drive from the capital Windhoek to the border of Angola, and it was it was life changing because you had these women, these Himba people that have been there since the beginning of time, and they were noticed little things on the ground they were picking that I would never. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
we have so much in our heads of what I need to do, my next flight, my this, my car, whereas their focus is on the nature, and it just was just it was it's unbelievable. Like when you so the gods must be crazy. I gotta check that out.
You should
I've
watch it.
seen the movie, right? The guy.
I kept thinking about that movie every time you guys would talk about the bush people.
Shout out to the Bush people.
Another story is the Serengeti. You drive across the Serengeti in Tanzania, and a lot of the Maasai tribe, what they do is they protect a lot of the village. They go to the hotels for the tourists, and they actually outside kind of just protecting, because if I wanted to go from say my room to get to eat, I would have to call and they would have to walk me, because there's animals everywhere. And so I'll never forget this guy screaming at a Maasai warrior why there's no Wi-Fi by Lake Victoria, or Lake, the Lake Victoria. And I just thought to myself, like, that whole vision of being in the middle of nowhere, you have this warrior dressed in his garb, and you have this American yelling, "Why is there no Wi-Fi? I have an important meeting in New York." So why the fuck are you here then? If you have a meeting in New York, you're screaming at somebody, especially in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, I thought I'd share with you. That's when I took this picture. I took this picture.
Very excited. Jeezy in a nutshell.
Look at how tall you are.
Look awesome.
The colors are beautiful.
Isn't it just incredible? Incredible. Just incredible. Thanks for letting me share that with you, and thanks for listening to me as well, Karen, and sharing a little bit about yourself. And it was very nice to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you too. Of course.
And not as nervous, right? It was good, right? No, it was easy.
I need not be so nervous, I guess. Next time I'll be a little more free with the jokes.
It's like Chase. And we'll do this again.
All right.
The gods must be crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch this.
Write it down or put it in your Alexa or something so you don't forget.
Hey Alexa, right? I remember that movie, right? Do they chuck it out of a plane?
An airplane. It's 1970s. It's very
tribe finds it, right? And then they're like they all take turns with it, and then it gets too crazy and chaotic, and
then he goes to throw it off the edge of the earth.
It's a bit of a comedy, though, if I'm correct.
Did I make it sound like it was a drama? It's a comedy.
No, not a drama. It's I remember watching it.
It's also based in the middle of a war, so there is some serious elements to it.
Right. Fuck. They can't compete with the Greek god. A real, if you will, Ron. Right. I don't know. I think this is good. See, it's chill. It's a chill talk. It's nothing to be, just three people having conversations.
This was nice.
I think it went well.
Thank you.
Shout out David Webster.
Nice.
Camping reminds George of no
It's
why.
the pink light. It all set me at ease.
Right. It was a very comfortable.
I travel with an Apple TV in my bag.
What? Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I hook it onto the TV, and I'm able to sleep with it on, with the TV on. When I was in Namibia, there was no Wi-Fi. I purchased a satellite Wi-Fi, and I hooked up to the TV, the satellite Wi-Fi.
George, you're 6'4", right?
6'4", yeah.
When you met me and our heights aligned, did it feel?
Thank you, Mr. Summers. What did you say?
When we first met and I came out of the car and I had music blaring, Do you
You
remember?
had that song. You had the song from the movie.
Dental. I had
Yeah.
Papa Can You Hear Me playing when it was raining. I
No
pulled into
way.
George's I hand to God. I pulled into George's driveway, and George is looking outside. It's pouring out, and I hold up my speaker.
My
You
father
can't
had
do
just.
anything normally, can you? You
Oh, I'm
got
a freak.
no.
It's beautiful. I loved it. And my father
love
had
it
just
too.
passed away. My father had just died. And I was by myself, and Joey came and visited.
You go,
Joey's
Papa,
a good guy. I
Papa,
love
can
Joey.
you hear me? Papa.
Joey, are you there?
And I just walked up to him and I put my arms out. You know, like a baby walking for the first time when it learns to walk. And I just put my arms out and I waddled to George. And I just gave him the biggest hug. And we hugged in the rain. Julissa just sat and stared at us from afar. But she
Yeah, that too.
that's
Did
exactly.
you find the picture of the lake or no?
Well, no, because I went on Chat GPT and then got
Alright.
scammed when I typed in what you told me to. It didn't give me an answer. I feel like it took away from my. It's a beautiful photo. I'll find it. We'll show it. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. We'll show it tomorrow. There's a few.
Alright.
We have a lot of photos together, George. You know, we need
We
more
do. We do. I'm
photos
gonna
that
say
haven't
good
been
night.
online.
I'm gonna say good night to you both. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having
George.
me. Karen, many blessings. Karen, this was great. We'll do this again.
Okay.
We'll do this again. Thank you, Room, for having me.
George,
I love you,
50
Joey.
people.
You know that.
I love
I
you
love you
too.
guys.
I think this went well. We're gonna get to know everybody.
Yeah, we'll do
Everybody,
this. This is fun. I
everybody.
love doing this, and I'm glad that you're on your regular channel doing this too.
Yeah, I'm doing it on my monetized. This is the monetized channel, and then I do the other streams. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything, a variety. I don't want people to think it's only one thing.
Yeah, and I know Josh is here, so I gotta tell you something before I go.
Thank you, Mandel.
Claude gave me a submission
For what?
for a fragrance. It's called Captivating. Let me see if I can show you this.
Oh shit!
Is that the one you've been liking?
This is probably
This is a hot take coming.
this will probably be the best of the entire collection. I can't wait for you to smell this, Joey. This is just like, do you know? Anyway, it's so incredible. It's so incredible.
If you're gonna put it up there with Precious Treasure, don't fuck with me, okay? Because you know that's my end all be all.
It's so incredible.
Don't fuck with me, George. Are you thinking it's gonna blow my hair back when I smell it? The name's called Captivating. It better you know.
So are you familiar with what I do, Karen? The different fragrances. Are you
I'm
familiar?
embarrassed. I haven't smelled any of your fragrances, George. I'm sorry.
You should send me. But are you familiar with what?
I'm familiar with the names.
Okay. You should
Orem is
send
the
me-
one
I'll-
Orem is the one I was most interested in trying because I really love a honey note.
Oh, give Joey your address and your email, and I'll send
Yeah,
it. I'll
Karen,
send you
give me your address.
samples. I'll send you some samples of the collection.
Okay. I just want to preface Autumn Clack has sent me
Oh,
a sample
wow.
of Triple X and a sample of Orem, but
So you have Orem.
not yet. It's been
Okay.
sent. It's been sent.
Oh,
It's
okay.
my
I thought that was
favorite.
you holding. I'm sorry. I thought that you were holding the bottle. I'll send you whatever you want. I think that this is it's a wood spice, and it would be something that what is the actor, the British actor that was
Ricky Gervais.
no, hold on. He's like Jamie. He was Pierce Bronson played in a movie where he's flying that white airplane, like the glider. Do you remember? It was.
Is
what
it
was
one of the
the-
James Bond movies?
It's not James Bond, but he played. There's another figure with the name, very wealthy. This is a fragrance that he would wear, and so I was gonna do. I do a privé. I had it all ready to go. Thomas Crown. This is a Thomas Crown fragrance, and I pushed off the privé for this winter for this. I just pushed it to next year, and this is gonna be the next one. Anyway, thanks for letting me share with you. I know that Josh asked, and anyway, thank you for letting me share. I wanted to stick that in there. I get excited about this stuff.
Well, it was supposed to be a fragrance stream, so I'm glad
We
you
talked a little bit about
got it
fragrance.
in. Yeah.
the there's a lot of beautiful things when it comes to the world of fragrance. A lot of the owners, a lot of the people, the owners of the houses, uh, and I think that that's what I love the most is the artistry of. I miss my fashion. I miss designing clothes a lot. I'm gonna ramble off. I'm gonna ramble on. So anyway,
Ramble
much love.
on.
We'll talk again. We'll talk about things again. Sometime I'll bring some of my designs and I'll show it to you one day, Karen. We'll do a live and I'll show you some of my neckwear and my shirts,
Oh my god.
we'll have
Yeah,
fun. We'll have
please
some
do.
fun. Much love, okay? Good night,
Okay.
everybody.
Hey,
Have a good
GC,
night.
Love.
happy
Thank
early
you.
birthday.
Enjoy Rome.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy. Thanks for having me, Joey.
Happy early birthday, George. We love you. I
Love
love
you
you.
guys. Bye, everybody. Bye, room.
There we go.
Goodbye.
There he is, the man, the myth,
The legend.
the legend. He's gone, just like that. You can breathe now. It's safe. You're in a safe place.
I felt safe the whole time.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
He's a welcoming guy. He's warm. He's loving.
I trust him.
Well, right. Yeah. Certain things, I trust him. George and I have a very colorful relationship, but there's love at the end of the day.
Is it rainbow colored?
It depends. Depends on the mood. I like to paint with all the colors of the wind. Whatever that means to you, take that as you will.
Have you ever heard the wolf
Yeah.
cry at the moon?
The blue corn moon, or
Yes,
ask the grinning bobcat
why he grins.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Pocahontas is,
Pretty?
yeah, but it's no, like Pocahontas, the real story. Very,
Oh, sad.
very sad. But
Wasn't she like 13 years old?
yeah, I don't. So, when you take that aspect in, it's kind of like I don't know. Disney, Anyways, great song nonetheless. Classic song. Judy Kuhn. That's her name. Judy Kuhn. There's GZ. There's GZ with the red tip. Yeah, maybe we're gonna do like I said, one super chat at a time. We're gonna do a $500 mystery box.
Fuck yeah.
Can unbox it. I don't know what to expect.
How many Celsius can you buy for 500?
It's a lot. It's a lot. What the heck? Right. Hit that like button. I still have like 3 packs of Celsius. I thought of sending them to the back, but I don't know. It's 2 drinks too many already.
Sending them back to the back.
Sending it back to the back. So we still have 41 people. Are you ready? Now listen.
Are we ready? Are we opening the gates?
We're here to ride. So 2 hours, 17 minutes. I'm a 3-hour papa. Okay, I go 3. That's my average, right? That's just how I operate.
We got 42 more minutes.
We have 42 more minutes, and they're gonna fly. 43 people. We're gonna get it up to 50. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Let's go. What are we doing?
Okay. Well, here's what's gonna happen. First and foremost, how long have you loved perfume?
2 years.
Is this a lifelong love? Do you think? Will this
I
always?
keep trying to leave it, and I keep coming back to it.
Why do you try to leave it?
Because it's kind of a money pit of a hobby.
It is.
And it's always like you're chasing something, like you're always trying to chase the perfect fragrance that doesn't exist.
That will never happen.
Never.
Will never happen. Do you think you'll eventually settle on like 10 fragrances to keep for life?
I have that happening to me right now.
You're in the process of that.
I try not to keep more than 20 fragrances at a time.
What's the most important fragrance you own?
M7.
M7. Okay. Wow. Why?
Sentimental reasons.
Sentimental value. Sure. That's what fragrances are, right? Sentimental.
What's your most important fragrance?
Hugo Boss Man.
Did you used to wear it in?
What my dad wore. So whenever I smell it, it kind of transports me back to being a kid. I stole it from him in middle school. He had a 5-ounce, and I wore it all, and he yelled at me. He was pissed.
You stole it and you run away?
I stole it and I run away from him. Scent of the day, scent of the night.
Bob Summercon by Hermes.
I'm wearing Aurum right now because it's just my favorite. And then Earlier today, I was wearing Cool Water Wave, which is really underrated.
2 shower day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I brushed my teeth earlier. It sounded like a vibrator, allegedly. Um, but
I may have heard that.
right. Do you like men's fragrances more than women's? I guess
Right down the middle.
right down the middle. Okay. What's your most disliked composition? Like, what do you see and you're like, this is awful.
Encre Noir.
You hate the Encre Noir.
I
Okay.
absolutely hate Encre Noir. That's my least favorite way to do vetiver.
Has a stranger ever given Karen a compliment on her perfume?
Once, but mostly it's coworkers. I'm sure it's how. I mean, it happened one time in a grocery store that I can remember. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Do you prefer to go shopping in the mornings or at night?
In the mornings, there's no one there.
There's no one there. Is it true the freaks come out at night?
Yes,
They do. They do.
because
You
that's when
know,
I get off of work.
correct. Have you always been introverted?
Yes, I've gotten better though over the years. And it's weird because I've dated people who are more introverted than me, and I've had to be the extroverted one. Forced me out of my shell a lot.
You homebody?
No, half and half. Sometimes I like to stay home. I like to go out though too.
I think that's everyone though, right? In a way. We have moments where we need to disconnect. What's your idea of a night out?
We could go to a bar. We could go to a lounge. We could go to see live music. That's my favorite way to spend a night, is to go see live music.
Oh yeah. True or false? Alphas males wear Old Batch Creed Aventus.
Alpha males would wear whatever the fuck they want.
That's awful, the animal. It's the worst. It's the strongest fragrance I've ever smelled. Ruby Edition. Questioning Karen coming to a fall lineup this year. It'll be great.
You should
Fraycom.
have spelled it with a K and a W.
How cringe is Fraycom?
On a scale of 1 to 10, neck breaking.
Correct. How do you feel about the fragrance influencers as a whole?
I hate most of them.
What's your preferred reviewing style? I want to, Dunk.
Do not read Fragrantica beforehand. Read it after you do your first impressions and see if you're correct.
But they want you to think they're professionals that know their stuff.
You do not smell caramel in a fragrance. You do not smell like... You're smelling aroma chemicals that are composed in a way to make it smell like something. It's really weird to me when fragrance reviewers list off the notes on Fragrantica and say, oh my god, I really pick up this fantasy note or that fantasy note. Can she beat up a coked out Jeremy Fragrance? No, because I've heard he took martial arts.
Correct. Was that a tonsil stone that flew out of his mouth?
I heard that it was a tooth.
Right. I smell caramel. Shut the fuck up. Panty droppers, boxer droppers. Is that cringe?
No.
What's your panty dropper list?
Terre de Hermes Sauvage Aventus.
That's not true. Next question. Fuck. When did you start watching reviews?
When did I start watching reviews?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking for a specific fragrance, lipstick on by Replica. I smelled it in Sephora years and years ago. It got discontinued, and then one day I decided I wanted to find a bottle of it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I found reviews on it, and I realized there's a whole place on YouTube for people describing what they smell over video.
Right.
It's really hard for me to take many reviewers seriously.
It's just a lot of fluff. Right. Karen in the hot seat. Correct. Or the hot seat.
My tush feels warm.
Top 3 hottest male fragrance reviewers. Good. Is Fraycom even attractive?
No, that's the hard part about answering that question because I'm just going to say Joey, Joey, Joey.
Don't do that. They're gonna get upset. They're on to us. If I give it Becca, they're upset. If I bring you, anyways, 3 minutes tops. I can review anything in 90 seconds. Right. Do
Tell
you
me what you smell. That's it. That's all I want to know. I don't want to hear the notes.
right? Did Karen ever
Yes,
find
I
that
did. I did, and I resold it because Chanel number 19 smells better.
warm touch means chlamydia? Correct supply. Best decade for fragrance.
Mid 2000s.
Absolutely. Last great decade for music.
The same.
Oof. I agree. When was the shift? 2010 or 2015?
2015.
I agree. 2007, right?
What album was that, Dilly? What are you thinking of?
Exactly. What made it 2007? Best decade for movies.
Oh my. Definitely not now.
I'm going to say something crazy. I think the 80s had some of my favorite movies ever, but I'm going to have to die on the 90s hill.
I'm going to have to say my favorite movie is American Psycho. I'm going to have to say 2001.
2001. Space Odyssey. Shout out Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
What if Patrick Bateman was in A Space Odyssey and he played the main character?
Space. He'd lose his fucking mind.
Which
no one's there to pay attention to him and see how normal he is.
How do you think he would have survived in The Shining? Patrick Bateman in The Shining.
If he was the husband?
The innkeeper, yeah.
I don't think Patrick Bateman would ever get married.
Right. True answer.
I think that I think that he would have killed his wife a lot sooner, though.
He wouldn't even have made it to the hotel because he would have killed him. Karen's top 3 fragrance houses.
There's fragrances that suck from every house, and there's fragrances that are good from every house. Fine, okay.
Molar Freckles is crazy.
Which one? This?
Molar Freckles. No. Blondie's asking.
Both.
Karen's thoughts on Joe Anthony from Joe Anthony.
Stop fucking with your hair, Joey. You look good.
Oh. Might be too much floral, right? I really want to try. Oh, dude, it was good, Dilly. It was good. It was definitely the most mass appealing, and I like the sweetness, if I recall. I'm like, y'all feel like the police. Listen, Supply. I'm digging in fast. I'm digging deep.
If I had to give, and I like my 3 fragrance houses that I would say Hermes, Chanel, and hold on, let me cheat. It's definitely not YSL. Mugler. Even though they're coming out with shit lately.
No doubt. Big rips.
Yeah, Rip Mugler.
Rip Moog. I heard he was very musty. 44 people watching. We're doing.
You heard I was musty? Who told you that?
Moogler was musty. No comment. Let's see the collection. You've seen a bit of my collection sporadically.
All right, show of hands. Who wants to see my collection?
Okay. Majority rules.
All right, I'll show. Let's see, flip it.
That's garbage. Oh.
Here we go.
Very modest. Here we go.
Yes, also known as small. So we got Versace, the Dreamer. We have Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme, Monguerland EDT, Monguerland EDP, Comme des Garçons Incense Avignon, Dior Addict, all 3 formulations, Dior Homme Silver Stem.
Classic.
BDK Gris Charnel, Poivre Samarkand, Brenda Reglisse. This is Louis Rouge by Louis Vuitton. I got that recently.
That's fun to say.
Iris by Hermes. Paprika Brazil, Womanity by Mugler. This is what holds Mugler above other houses for me, is just that one right there.
Great bottle.
4711.
Uh,
Ocean de Joya.
Mm.
What sage and sea salt?
Love that one.
M7.
So,
Burberry Her Intense. I've used that. Oh my god, I've used the shit out of that. And
vape juice for her.
Explosive by Etienne Agner. And of course, Angel.
What does your fragrance collection say about you?
I like Iris. I like Toidles.
I like Toros. When you say you like Iris, I can't help but think of the Goo Goo Dolls. Would you say Iris is one of the most beautiful love songs of all time?
I absolutely would.
Have you ever seen Goo Goo Dolls live?
No.
You should. Cuddles or solo sleep?
Who's Solo Sleep?
You'll know him soon.
I'm gonna say neither.
You sleep alone.
Yep. With nobody else.
Wow, so
And
you
when I
alone?
sleep alone, I prefer to sleep by myself.
No doubt. Do you fart in your sleep?
Yes.
Correct. Karen sounds fluent in French.
No. I took Spanish in high school. And I can't speak it.
When does Karen feel the most beautiful?
When everyone leaves me when no one's looking at me.
That's deep. If you could only keep one.
Oh fuck, Dior Addict probably. But I'd use up the bottle of M7 before I had to start on the Dior Addict.
I don't think the hoes would say it musty. I think they'd like it. Hoes can be hoes. You know, I love Iris.
No one's gonna say you're musty.
No, Spence. We don't talk about Bruno. How does she know she farts in her sleep, Darren J?
I fell asleep on the phone with someone one time.
Right. Does your hair hold all your power?
Yeah, if I shave my pubes, I lose my superpowers.
Correct. How do you feel about vegans?
Grow up.
Correct. If you could only eat meat for the rest of your life, what would you want to eat?
Seafood.
Correct. Do you feel that you intimidate men by your size?
There's a lot of things. Maybe they don't feel intimidated. Maybe they just don't like me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to jump in their heads.
You don't seem to really care what other people think about you. Is that a
I do, though.
What is it that you do care about versus the things that you don't?
I care about being as good of a person as I can be.
To anyone and everyone?
Yes.
Beautiful. What's on the menu tomorrow?
I'm going to have eggs for breakfast, that's for sure. I've been craving tortilla soup, so
Okay.
that's what I wanted. I'm going to go get groceries and make tortilla soup tomorrow. It's time.
45 people watching, by the way. Would Dahlia hold down Christine Coyote so I can fart on her?
For you, Rick, anything.
Favorite fragrance from Naughton and Wilson? Next.
Fart spray.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Not the fart spray, but the Naughton and Wilson. What's the minimum income level Karen looks for in a guy?
I've never thought about that, sorry.
When are you going to move back to the Pacific Northwest?
Who asked that?
A woman.
Who asked that?
Don't read it.
Floral.
Don't say her
Is that
name.
her first appearance tonight?
No. She's always here. Don't say her name.
Okay.
You
When I
almost
get sick of Arizona.
No doubt. You sweat a lot?
Yep.
What does it smell like?
I think corn chips.
Oh shit, like Fritos?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about corn nuts?
I don't eat those.
You don't have to smell like it.
I can't picture the smell of corn nuts right now. It's been years since I had those.
What's
but like Fritos.
Right. What's the most attractive thing a human being can do for you?
Be loyal.
I love that. Loyalty?
Above all.
Above all. Have you ever been disloyal?
No.
I love that. White or black?
What's the ass look like?
Correct. Has the mafia ever betrayed you?
No,
Do you prefer guys in Arizona or the
no,
Northwest?
absolutely not. There's a reason I haven't.
What state harbors the ugliest men?
Oregon.
Correct, Arxel. If one day I showed you my toe beans, would you look at me differently?
No. I
Okay.
mean, I'd be like, I saw that guy's toe beans.
Right. How does it feel that if we were in a room together, there'd be 50 people listening to this conversation?
Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing. How do you feel about gangster rap?
Sure. Sure.
Um,
What are we talking? Like, okay, like actual good stuff.
well, I guess it's an open statement. It's whatever you want it to be.
It's good.
It's good.
I'm fine.
Uh, if a man sags his pants, would you pull him up?
Oh my god. I'd pants him.
You would pants him. Have you ever pantsed anyone?
Yeah.
Have you ever mooned?
Elementary school.
Right. Have you ever mooned anyone?
Yeah.
How did that go?
I didn't stick around to find out.
Arizona dudes.
Disgusting.
What made you finally click the link?
You told me to.
I like that. Do you love going out in the world with no underwear?
Yeah.
Do you love your body?
Don't tell no one. Fuck.
At this moment, right now, right here, are you in love with your body?
Yeah. Way more than I used to be.
That's
It comes
beautiful.
with age, I think.
I think it does come with age. You stop. Does she want to lose her curls for pearls?
What does that mean?
Correct. Whole Foods, before or after the Amazon? Definitely before.
Before, dude.
I'm going to answer that one. When's the last time either Joey or Karen cleaned their belly button? Today. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Nerd question prep. No underwear until the troops come home. If I was really sad about being bald, would you shave off your hair and give it to me?
Oh. No.
You wouldn't.
Joey, why would you ask that of your friends?
I don't know. It's easier to ask than a stranger, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I
Would
feel
you want my hair or Jonathan 1970s? Because he's about to donate his.
Jonathan 1970s.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think I'd look like with curls?
I see it every time you put that wig on.
Do I look like Corey Matthews? You don't know Boy Meets World. Never mind. Stop. I'm gonna get pissed.
I know.
3-note breakdown of the fragrance you create.
Iris, cardamom, vanilla.
I see. How do you feel about coffee fragrances?
I like them.
How do you feel about coffee?
I drink it all day.
Have
It's
you
kind of unhealthy.
Have you ever had an anxiety attack from the caffeine when you're out in public and you get overstimulated and you want to go home?
Sometimes I light things on fire.
Very Becca of you. Is Joey Lingus a real movie?
Yes.
Do you think I know how to please a woman?
I know.
You think I know how to please a man?
Can we get George back on?
Right. Hold on a second. We're cooking. Can you skateboard?
No. I roller skate.
You roller skate or rollerblade?
No, roller skate.
Roller
Like
skate.
with the quads.
Would you
The quads?
the quads? Would you go to a roller rink with the mafia
Yeah.
for a birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
If someone threw you a party at a roller rink, would that be one of the best parties you've ever had?
Yeah. It'd be like second grade all over again.
Right. She's not 6'2". Healthy bowel movements?
How many a day?
I guess.
That's personal.
Correct. Would you say
And it depends on who's asking the question. Now that I've seen who's asked it, that's a personal question.
E.T. or Jabba the Hutt?
Jabba.
Why?
Because I love Star Wars. And E.T. sucks. No, I'm just...
I told you she had roller derby body. I'm a clairvoyant.
That could have also been because I told you I did roller derby dunk.
Oh, this is a great question. Who are the 3 biggest simps on this stream?
Me. Let's see. Let's scroll up a little bit.
I don't like that prep. I don't like that.
Oh, there's no simps in this chat right now. For the love of God.
Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
That's a really hard question because I like both a lot.
Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Disgusting. I didn't like those movies or books. I read the books.
If you were in the Hunger Games, would you survive?
No, because I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to kill someone.
Would you? Never mind. Too deep.
Would I eat someone?
Not saying Joe A is a crime against the mafia.
I won't say it.
Jabba or Chewbacca?
Chewbacca.
Is it because he's hairy?
It's because he's got that cool bag. He's got like
A satchel.
I always wanted one of those.
Is that on your list? A satchel?
I always want, like, past tense. I don't think I'd wear that now. Crossbodies aren't really my thing.
How do you feel about a man with a merce?
Don't you call that a European shoulder bag?
What if you're not European?
No thank you.
Glasses or no glasses?
Oh. Glasses.
Who from the Discord would you eat first in a survival crisis?
In a survival crisis. So not just because I wanted to?
You can answer both.
Becca for both.
Good answer. Would you
Sometimes I
use
just want to take a bite out of crime.
would you use her fat for candles and soap?
I'd use it for cooking oil.
Correct. Who from the Cannoli Island would you vote off besides Silver? I want Floral to answer that question next, or you don't get an answer at all.
Joey already blocked everyone I would vote off.
How do you feel about the recent blockings?
I love it. It means that we get to bring in new people who are actually nice.
I like that as well. Do you think Floral's attracted to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Does Floral love me or hate me?
She loves to hate on people that she loves.
I agree. Joey blocking people is not on my 2025 bingo card. Is supply and demand my favorite African American in the mafia?
Yeah.
Correct. Who polices better? Local PD or Drunken?
Drunken.
When will Karen start reviewing fragrances on YouTube?
Never.
Good answer. How long till you leave this community?
I'm leaving right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Beautiful. Should we end it?
Have we peaked?
Still got 20 minutes to go. You let me know. Do you feel like we peaked?
I should have written down some questions to ask you. I feel so selfish now.
This isn't for me. You're the three's company. You're the star. Last week was Jonathan. This week it's you. Next week, I think we know who it's going to be, but we won't name him. Do you like to be questioned?
I think I'm okay at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. How would you
This just
describe?
feels like a phone call with you.
How would you describe your fashion style? We don't talk on the phone. How would you describe your fashion style?
Leggings, dresses, big hoodies.
Big hoodies. Do you like band tees or band band clothing?
I don't buy band shirts anymore, but I do have a couple band shirts that I'm trying to keep nice for the rest of my life.
What are they?
The Cure, Joy Division,
Are
and
these are
that's it.
from tours?
No. Okay, so the Cure one's from a tour from like the 80s.
The 80s,
But
yeah.
I've never seen the Cure live. I've always wanted to.
Okay.
Joy Division is like the Joy Division shirt is like off-brand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool shirt.
And then I have a Gogo Bordello shirt, and that's actually from a tour. That's like a show that I saw.
Top 5 albums in general,
Oh
regardless.
my god, what a fucking question. Well, System self-titled album, Lana Del Rey's Born to Die, Deftones. I can't pick a Deftones album.
But
I
just
can't.
Deftones.
Just Deftones. What's that? 3?
I think so.
Siamese Dream and Dirt by Alice in Chains.
Mayonnaise is the best track on Siamese Stream.
Yes.
When you think of Disarm, do you think of me?
Yeah, I do now. And SpongeBob.
It's fuck. Thoughts on Johnny Craig?
I'd like to answer CK's question. I make a pointed effort to get my own big hoodies. Thank you very much. I actually had a point of contention with someone about this recently.
This is a hot question. Tread lightly.
Oh my fuck. That's an impossible question.
Is American Idiot...
That's a terrible album.
Oh, you didn't let me finish. Is American Idiot the most overrated Green Day album?
Yeah. Hands down.
The best is...
That's kind of when it ended for me. The best is I really like Kerplunk. I know you like Dookie, but Kerplunk is my favorite Green Day album.
I love Dookie and I love Nimrod.
I love Nimrod. I also really liked Warning.
Warning's underrated. Is it
Nimrod's underrated. That has King for a Day on it. That's a great song.
was it? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. I think it was Nimrod that had Time of Your Life.
Yep.
I actually think that's one of the greatest songs of all time.
That played at my 6th grade graduation.
Right. Those, I wonder if they still play that. Of course, Joey loves Dookie. Remember Closing Time, Vitamin C, Graduation, Time of Your Life, Sublime or 311? Sublime. That's a question I'm going to answer. What do you think?
I'll also say Sublime.
I have Kerplunk cassette tape.
That's a Duncan. What the? That's a hell of a flex.
All this white people talk making my nuts itch. Wrap this bitch up. Good game.
Scratch him and shut the fuck up.
What's the greatest pleasure in life?
An orgasm.
Whew.
Eating your favorite meal after you've been hungry all day.
Which could be
Hugging someone you love when you're having a bad day.
beautiful. Do you think
Seeing your favorite band live.
Blink-182 just announced they're going on a tour, and there's no states near me they're going to be at, and I'm really fucking angry. And if they don't add shows at the minimum, Chicago, we're going to have a fucking problem. Because their last show, Tom DeLonge was sick, and they cut 6 songs from their set list, and they didn't even play One More Time, and it was the One More Time tour. It was awful. Anyways.
Oh my god. They should have reimbursed everyone.
I agree. Spin Doctors, 2 Princes, yeah or hell yeah? Hell yeah.
I don't. What's hell yeah? I don't think I've heard that one.
I think he means like yeah or hell yeah, as far as like great or also, fuck yeah.
That's a good song. That's a great song. Yeah.
I've seen them 3 times. Don't ask me why. They just happen to always be around or opening. I would never say no. The lead singer is an odd duck, but I like watching them. A little funky, if you will. Very drunk too, which is fun. Are you seeing any concerts this year?
I saw Caravan Palace recently, and I don't have any other concerts planned yet.
Kanye or Jared?
Who's Jared?
Correct. Bucket list of bands you'd like to see live? Top 5?
All the ones that I want to see are kind of past their prime at this point.
Oof. Is that heartbreaking knowing they're still
Yes.
but you'll never be able to enjoy them?
Yes.
If you could see one artist that's past
Back in their prime, The Cure. And Joy Division before Ian Curtis killed himself.
Big Rips. Okay, you ready for this?
I am.
Would you rather be deaf or blind?
Blind.
Why?
Because I wouldn't be able to hear music anymore.
Music's life.
Music's life.
That's good shit. That's fucking really good shit. Right, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, landing strip or Jungle Bush? Should I answer that?
Full bush, baby.
Full bush. Full bush, full dark, no stars. Pubic hair on men?
Hot.
Full?
Yeah.
There you are, Peter. Robin Williams.
Loved him in The Birdhouse,
Classic.
Aladdin, Hook.
Hook. That was
What the fuck was he in that like he didn't make better?
Mrs. Doubtfire changed my life.
Did it?
What country does Karen most want to travel to?
Iceland.
If you could go back in time, what would be the first thing you'd do?
What time period?
It's your choice. Sophie's choice, if you will.
If I could go back in time. See, I just want to see The Cure live.
If you could go to the future, how far?
Go to the future. How far? To the end.
Oof. Do you think it would reset itself?
No.
No?
I don't know. That's why I want to see it.
I love that. You'd watch how they built the pyramids? There you go.
I love that.
Climate.
They built them with magnets, supposedly, and sound energy.
How do they work?
How do they work?
Are you a juggalette?
The sailors sent you. It's a tie between Sailor Uranus and Sailor Jupiter.
If I was any of the sailors, which one would I be? Sailor Jerry?
Let me see your eyes.
Wait, stop. I'm tired.
You'd be Sailor Mars.
Why?
She's the fire one.
Correct. What color are my eyes?
Duncan, Warsaw and Joy Division are the same band. Your eyes are brown.
Hazel, you lose.
Oh, fuck me.
You can't tell over a computer. Anyways.
Yeah, New Order is great. Sure. New Order's fine. They got their whole sound from Joy Division.
What happened to Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington?
Oh. They knew too much. No, New Order is not the same band because they had a different lead singer. Warsaw had Ian Curtis as the lead singer with the rest of the same band members. They changed their name to Joy Division.
I see the passion coming out.
People don't know shit.
Thoughts on Scientology?
It's great for celebrities.
Would you fuck Tom Cruise?
If the guitar singer is the lead singer, that means they have a different lead singer. And no, I wouldn't fuck Tom Cruise.
I don't know. I just thought Scientology. That's where my mind went. Don't know shit about fuck. Correct, Blondie. What's the best generation?
Mine, millennials.
Correct. Do you ever miss Tumblr?
I still am on it. I don't have to miss it.
Can you send me your Tumblr?
No.
Fuck you.
Someday.
Ugh. I don't shit. I listened to it when Dolly was wearing diapers.
Well, you'd think you'd know that the lead singer was different then.
What is something you're not so great at, but you wish you were better at?
Letting people be wrong.
Ooh.
You don't always have to correct people.
Why do people feel the need to correct others?
Because you don't want them going out there saying stupid shit. But you know what?
Do you really care that much?
Why does it matter?
It doesn't. None of it matters. And no one's going to remember it either. Billy Idol, Gen X.
Billy Idol or Gen X?
I don't know what the fuck that means. Classic Duncan. I didn't even notice you still use this channel. Didn't notice you did streams here the past year plus.
Well, 47 other people noticed.
Right. Hello, Sticks. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Great soundtrack. That's how I found out about Onomanaguchi.
That's a fun word to say. Onomatopoeia. I seen the actual band that does hello.
Clash at Demon Head?
Clash at Demon Head. I actually seen the broad. I forget their name, but they performed last year.
It's not Brie Larson, right?
No, it's not her.
No, okay.
It's not her. But I seen the actual band and it was pretty cool. Pretty
That's
fun.
amazing.
I really enjoyed it. Metric. There we go. Floral's so gay. I love it. Are bi guys hot?
No.
Right. Apocalypta or Trans Siberian Orchestra? Definitely trans for me. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Every year I say I'm gonna go at Christmas and I don't. It's like the 8th year and I don't know why.
Every
I
year I
really,
want to go see the Nutcracker and I don't do it.
right. I could do the Nutcracker. Um, I have all the vinyls of um, the trans orchestra, if you will.
I've heard some of their covers and like the dun 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 dun.
Right.
I
Carol
don't know
knows.
very many of their songs though.
Yeah, Christmas Canon makes me cry. There's another song. Kind of sounds like Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, but it's. Do you get hype when you hear "If Young Metro don't trust me, I'ma shoot you"? I do. Supply. I know shit's gonna be gas. If Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. Does that mean anything to you?
No, sorry.
Okay. See, Supply knows how to fuck with me, and that's exactly what he's doing. If Floral Notes and I dated, how long would we date for?
Till she got sick of you.
Yeah. What if I got sick of her? How long till I got sick of her?
I think. Oh man, it's a race to who's gonna get sick of who faster. They both would happen within a week.
I agree. I didn't ask you.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was no, not tall enough.
At the end of the day, she'd entertain the idea, and that's a W for Mary. So
Mm-hmm. I
another.
forgot Tom Cruise was short. I said no just because I think he's ugly.
He's a short king, right? Coyote or K? That's insane.
I'd kill myself at the airport.
No. What are you most proud of? Great question.
My work ethic, I guess.
Mm. Do you have any like peculiar skills that we don't know about? Like anything odd or strange that you haven't shared? Here we go. No! Stop!
Why are you farting, Joey?
Ah! That's fucking crazy. How do you do that? It's so loud.
Suction.
Yeah, but watch this.
You have to like create the vacuum with your hand and then like.
Holy fuck, that's amazing. That's a skill, man, Helen. You know it. You like that shit. So I know you've heard it. It's not that impressive anymore, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get out all of my hobbies right now and show you all my hobbies.
Oh fuck. I got too much cocoa butter.
I can knit, I can crochet, I can hula hoop, I can roller skate. I'm not gonna do any of that right now. I'm just gonna fart in your face, Marcus.
So fucking amazing. I don't care what anyone says. Listen, I can do, in my opinion, and you've heard it, I'm very proud of it, the greatest queef of all time. I can simulate a genuine queef. So I'm going to full screen you. Since you blame me on the farting, I'm going to blame you on my queef. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like when a queef happens, like do you make a certain face? Do you just kind of go stone face, poker face? Do your cheeks turn red?
Do you know what it like the?
Yeah. Like, oh fuck. Right, the fuck.
Was that me?
Right. Are you ready?
Yep.
So normally I'd tell you close your eyes, but I want you to leave them wide open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my attempt at a queef. I have my Audio Technicas on. Should I add any reverb?
Yes. I'm so sorry. This never happened to me before. Oh my.
I know Marcus likes that shit. He's such a nasty. What did you think of the reverb? Did it add to it?
Oh yeah. Made it sound like I was queefing in a cave.
If you will. What's wrong? I'm crying. Thank you. All for you. Alfie or Jay Harmy? Ooh, hot take.
Jay Harmy. Are you kidding?
Right. What do you think he looks like? Jay Harmy.
A ginger.
Correct.
And there's no way he's 6'4".
What is this? Okay, I know what this is about.
That's disgusting.
I know when Dahlia made, or excuse me, Karen made a fart. Hello?
You know, they're gonna look at this 10 years from now, and they're gonna be like, "What the heck were you doing with this man?" Not a year. I mean, what was the noises? What was that?
Do it again, Karen. With your hands.
That was you, Joey.
No.
Disgusting. I know it's him. I know Karen.
This is bullshit.
I thought you were talking about me, George, genuinely.
No, Joey.
Nothing I do is good enough, right?
Karen, I think that we need
I
to
have
see other
Karen.
people. I tell them all that we need to see other people. This is not going to work out.
George,
Be
I
on.
don't know if you're ever going to replace Joey, but I respect your decision.
That's a beautiful thing, Joey.
I know.
That's beautiful. I'm getting ready. I go. Let me. As I'm brushing my teeth and washing my face, let me turn Joey on and see if he's still alive. And I hear the flatulence. I mean, guys, I'll be honest with you. I know that was Joey because that's all I got when he's with me is that.
Well, it's more my
And my poor shocks too.
Well, good to know he doesn't just put on airs for company.
No, that's what you get with Joey.
That's what you get when you fall in
Joey,
love.
let me ask you something before I go. There was somebody that asked me, made a comment about the numbered bottles. It was a woman. Who was that? Do you remember? Because I
I
have to.
believe that was Carly.
Is Carly still there? Is Carly still here? Just tell her yes. How many people are still on here?
40.
Oh, so they do like your flatulence then. So
Yeah.
can you do that sound again? But like
I told you he wanted more. Do you want it with
make it
the
like
reverb?
wetter, huh?
Do you want it with the reverb or no?
Oh, that's there. Is this? That's actually you're actually doing it.
I'm doing it with my mouth.
Let's
That's
hear
what
it.
she said.
Thank you, Mandel.
Can you make it dry and then wet? There we go.
The fuck?
Just
That was your dry one?
That was my dry
it was
transition.
dry and then to wet. I know Joey, right, Joey?
Correct.
It's disgusting. I know
Now, do you
him.
want to hear it with the verb?
So Carly, yes. Just to answer your question, the answer is yes. I will do that. I'll match the same number. Okay, go ahead, Joey. Can I ask anybody in the room? Do you actually do you flatulate like he just did? Because I don't.
It's not for you to do, George.
Is that like you're saying? I mean, you must be familiar with that.
I've made a few ladies in my life. Air got trapped in there. Normally, it's from the back, doggy style, and
Yep.
I have a tendency of pushing it too far into the left, which makes the right kind of gape air to suck in, and then I pull it out real fast. And it's a kind of a trick when I pull out quick, and it's an art that I've mastered.
A fart.
If you
I don't know. Like I don't know how to answer that.
it's not really a
Like I don't.
question.
What do I say?
It's a
Like what
statement.
can I respond to that? Like I don't know.
I normally just say correct because it validates what's happening, and then you kind of can move on from it.
That's how you answered, that's how you replied to me when I answered all my questions.
Correct.
Moving on.
All right, carry on. Good night,
We're
everybody.
at 3 hours, which means this is
Put it
over.
right there. You made
Well,
some cash today. I want to do the Walmart things. This is my idea. We gotta get a big pallet. Joey and Juju have to show it, and I think that we should sell it to anyone who wants it. Don't you think it's a great idea, Karen?
I would agree.
See?
There was I'm trying to think if there was anything out of his last Amazon shitbox haul that I wanted.
shit box.
I like this shit box. That's a good
It was a shit box.
that's a
I
good
would have paid for those Celsius.
Yeah, the Celsius were actually nice.
And I gotta get a pair. I'm gonna get the overalls. It's kind of cute. Did you notice that Duncan said to get the Carhartt overalls, and then he goes to and explains to me what overalls are? Is that cute?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I've
explain.
only been in men's fashion my whole life. But thank you. That was beautiful, Duncan.
That's good.
Is that funny?
I wanted to give the people 3 hours, and I thought we had a great 2 hours altogether. And then
Yeah.
I wanted to drill Dolly. Well, Karen.
Who doesn't?
That's
Right.
beautiful, Karen. I love it.
Correct. I just wanted to give Karen, some rapid fire
Questions?
drilling of
Like
yeah.
what? What did you do? Like what?
I hit her with everything, right?
Yeah.
Fragrance,
People know me pretty
music,
well now.
movies, to talents, preference,
I
music.
ran the whole collection down. I haven't done that before.
Oh, you
Everyone
did.
knows
What's your
everything.
favorite? What's your favorite
Thanks,
Of
bro.
all my go ahead.
fragrances? Your favorite fragrances?
Dior Addict, Montguerlain, Mugler's Angel, Comme des Garçons, Avignon,
Oh, she's got a nice taste.
and M7.
She's a classy broad.
That's kind of beautiful. I like that. Is it the angel? Is it the original?
Yes.
Original? Wow.
Yes.
I think that would smell good on you. Actually,
Thank you.
I
I
like that.
I love patchouli.
Patchouli.
Yeah.
Patchouli.
What is your natural, like? You know how we all kind of have.
My natural's musk.
Yeah, your natural scent.
Someone else would have to tell me. I don't know. I think I'm nose blind to myself.
I see.
Oh, interesting. Men like to smell their pits and crotch and stuff. Karen.
Peppery. I think my BO would be described as like pepper, like cumin.
Okay,
Booming boy. Right.
so coveralls and overalls. What the heck is that? Mixing up cover. What is that? The suit with the that zips up all the way up? Is that a coverall?
Yes, coveralls is like what Michael Myers wears in Halloween. Like
And overalls is the with the hooks around the neck, over the shoulders, right?
correct.
And he told me to do an overall, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because Valentino had a coverall, and I thought about it for like 5 minutes, but it was like 5 grand, and I'm like, I'm gonna only wear this never. It was all camouflage too.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful.
I want to put it right. Let's see. I'm listening for a
What
put.
where was like the branding on it? Like where was the brand name? Like where
So let me see here. Joey, can you hold on? Let me see. Valentino camo coverall.
what a look.
Okay, so Joey,
Easy.
Did it have rock studs on it, or they just is that?
so the Prada one. Sorry, the Prada one. They call it a jumpsuit. It's 4,000. The Valentino actually is on sale for $600. So it's Joey. Can you go online and you want to do some fashion? It's actually on sale. Can you look at this, Joey?
I can.
Can you do Valentino jumpsuit, please?
Sure.
One moment, please. It's $600.
What's it look like?
You'll see it right now.
Farfetch, Valentino online boutique. Well, these are all women. I need to type in men's.
Men's. Oh shit, men's. Yeah, it was 3 grand.
Damn. Is that a recent release? Is that this year?
This is the last year's collection, and it's that's why no one buys this stuff. But I thought, oh, well, this is. Well, I'm like, anyway. I go through voices in my head. I talk through to myself back and forth when I'm about to, do I yes, no, maybe yes, no.
Okay, searching up. Search bar Valentino. It's just I type in jumpsuits and it gives me normal fucking suits. Scam.
Valentino men's jumpsuit. Oh my god.
I know.
I'm looking.
All right.
Or do overalls.
Oh, system error. We're sorry at the moment. We're unable to fulfill
It's
your.
because your computer is not used to doing high fashion. That's why. It's probably like
Thank you, Derek. Hey, that was good.
I love you, Joey.
Thank you, George. I know. I know.
So
I
I
see what
Google.
you're talking about,
Yeah.
George.
Oh, it's Valentino Camo. Valentino
Well,
Camo
okay, a little more fucking specifics, please.
coverall. Well, I don't know. You're
I
Valentino
don't know
Camo.
shit about fuck with Valentino fucking coverall. Sorry, I don't mean to. I get upset.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just funny.
Oh,
Okay.
So there's a video. There's a music video. Madonna. What it feels like
for a girl.
For a
I
girl. Yes.
oh my god.
And she's wearing a Dolce & Gabbana. Do you remember that? Where she zaps the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Prada one. That's a Dolce & Gabbana. She was wearing a Dolce one. That was Dolce & Gabbana.
Men's camo coveralls
Yes, did you find it?
brings up all women's. Don't believe me? I'm gonna share my
How
screen.
the fuck is that
I'm
possible?
sending you a screenshot, Joey.
Every time I look up shit, it's fucking cursed, and I know.
Okay, hold on.
I found it on
Valentino.
Stylite. I found it on Stylite.
Men's camo coveralls in the search engine brings up 4 things.
Let me
It's
see, honey.
How am I finding it and you're not?
Because
Well, I'm
Joey, you're on the you're on the Valentino website. Google it. That's why.
well, what the fuck? It's Valentino. You want me to look it up on? All right.
Can I wait? Stop for a minute. Just let's look at this for a minute. Georgette mini dress with voyage.
95.
For who the fuck? Where's that? I don't see people wearing this shit.
Send it to me, supply.
All right. So
Media
can you? So Google Valentino camo.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Broadway. Yeah, I hate when I look things up because I know I'm not looking them up incorrectly, but for some reason it just never comes up properly.
Well, he went on the
Googling doesn't
Valentino.
work anymore, I swear. Like the
He went to he had to. The search engine's broken, Joey. And it's not you.
It is.
So Valentino.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna send you the whole ass link, Joey.
Because they show different parts of them. Go into Google. Do you know how to do a search?
I'm Google searching right now. I'm just gonna bring up Valentino camo men's. All right, Dolly has sent me the Valentino coveralls. Okay, Style Light. Interesting. All right. Shout out to Becca. I'm gonna bring it up right here.
Is this the right one? Because yeah, I mean it's 600 versus 3,000. That has to be the right one, right?
I don't see. Let me see. It takes a
Shit, I got people.
takes a moment.
Stop. I'm trying to show my phone.
It's right next to it. There you go. Valentino green. Do you see it? That's it right there. That's 76% off. So that's
Yeah.
it. So is that what you were talking about, Duncan? Right there. That's beautiful, though, isn't it?
Hell
It's
of a
like
look.
la la.
And it
But where
doesn't look
the
like it's got a ton of logos on it, so that's nice.
where the heck? I mean, like, but where would I wear that? Where would anyone wear that?
Oh, yeah, Spence.
Or
Thank
to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Some of this high fashion is fucking insane. Give me a time and a place, you know.
I think that that it's everything is so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. Look at I bought this. I'm not. Well, I don't
You said
want.
there was a Prada suit too, right, George?
Yeah, there's a Prada jumpsuit, but he can't Google.
I'll find it.
I can fucking Google.
Let me see.
Men's, right?
Yeah. Let me see here. Hold on.
Is it like 4,000?
Yeah, that's it. Hi, everybody. Let me see if I can find this here. Hold on.
Well, that's on the actual Prada website. I think Joey could find that even with his shitty Google skills.
I don't want to.
Watch it.
Okay.
Joey has me on these jumpsuits.
Okay, Supply. I see you, Supply.
I wore the. Isn't this beautiful?
Thank you. That's
With
very.
with the satin, isn't this beautiful? Valentino, and it has the little stud in the back.
I love it. I
Oh
feel
my. I love the one stud.
Is that cute?
Yeah.
the one.
That's a hell of a detail because, like, Valentino's rock studs, it can give a little, like, 2010s, mid 2010s. But the one little stud, then you know it's Valentino.
And then this one didn't have the stud, but it's so like was so butch and masculine. Like, and then I'm like, well, they all look the same. Joey has caused me a lot of problems, Karen. Isn't this nice too?
Racist.
Look at this. This nice?
This feels racist. I don't.
And this is the carpenter pants. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I do, Karen. I cause problems in people's lives.
Let me see if I can find this.
That's my specialty.
After
these
bringing
are
them all together.
I bring
so
them all
these are
and tear them all apart.
so these are the these are the Da Vinci carpenter pants in like wool.
Oh, God.
Aren't these beautiful?
Yeah. What
So I
size
need
waist are you, George? I might steal those.
36, and it has the little, so I could put my hammer here. You see,
Your hammer,
Yeah.
right?
the hammer goes right in here.
I put my dildo in there.
Hot.
It might work. It depends if it's
Is it
Fat
big?
Joey's
balls.
size.
Yeah.
8
And
inches?
this here,
8 inches.
look at this. So look at these motherfuckers.
You should
These
see
are
the
carpenter
pants of
pants.
built.
Look at these.
Um,
Look at the fam. This is beautiful. Look at this.
I could make my pants like that camping for a month straight if I wore them.
And then I could put, these are the carpenter pants in this fabric. And you could put the little hammer here. This is so the bougie could feel like they're working class. It's so beautiful.
it helps you
Everything is so
it helps you keep your feet on the ground and as a man of the people.
Put your feet on.
Everything is so beautiful. I can't help it.
Where is my mind?
So I need to find the jeans in that. The jeans version. All right, never mind. I'm
Designer
sorry.
denim. Designer denim.
Daddy denim.
Here for it, George.
The denim daddy.
I know.
George, how would you describe my style?
I would consider your style. Uh,
It's like a mix of redneck and like mafia
and,
boss.
and what's the second part?
Like it's like a mix of redneck and mafia boss. Cause he'll wear a suit. He'll wear a suit. He'll wear a fur coat, but he also like breaks out the sleeveless shit and the flat brim hats and the.
And the Joey has a lot of the jogging shorts, although he doesn't jog.
And the
He does
Adidas,
jogging
the
suits.
Adidas tracksuits.
A lot of that too. So Duncan, my pants is this. It's the Valentino jeans I think you're talking about. Is this it?
I'm a mess. Right.
I got some beautiful pants. Look at these. You guys want to see some pants?
Yeah, George.
So here, these are the Balmains. Look how beautiful these are.
George makes me try this on.
It has a little zipper here.
Whenever I visit him, he makes me try all his clothes
You
on.
see, like, look, this beautiful. But I
they
think
been-
that's not.
Yeah, she did Broadway. She sent her dash for the day. More
So
than
Duncan, these are the pants you were talking about, right? The Valentinos. And it has a little on the leg. Those are cool too.
Oh,
Aren't they cool?
I like these. Yeah, these are. So I remember there was a brand in particular that had jeans like that came out in the mid 2000s. Do you remember those? They were like, they weren't done in puzzle pieces like that, but they were done in like stripes and different colored denim down the legs.
So it was that Gibaud. Do you remember the Gibaud jeans? Was that what it was?
I can't remember. I just remember seeing them everywhere and wanting a pair so bad, but then they went out of style.
I wonder who I wonder who that was. But a lot of these jeans, all these pants, it reminds me of the when I was in the 80s and 90s. All these kind of pants you're seeing now, even with the acid, the big thick ones from Givenchy,
How you doing?
they're all being recirculated. What, Joey?
Oh, Corey says hello, Joey and Mr. GZ
Bonjour.
and Miss Karen.
Buongiorno.
Anyway, thanks for always letting you share. I love talking fashion from time to time, huh?
Why not?
I don't mind.
Well, who would have thought a designer would like to talk about fashion?
Who would have thought that?
I
The
love it.
problem is that how much, like, where do you wear this to anymore? Nowhere.
You find the place that
You have to find the place, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like you, Karen.
Oh, George.
See? I try to tell her, but
Karen's fun.
She is fun, and she's a shithead. You know, so
Only when you get to know me.
only when you get to know her.
Like George says, you got to know someone a year, right?
Yeah, right.
I think she's a great panelist and funny and a smart ass and just has great jokes and I don't know.
Sometimes I'm better in the chat.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone could walk around with a pair of jeans that cost $70,000.
I'd be afraid of staining them constantly.
And I don't understand like a bag that's $250,000. I don't understand that either, but
The Birkin Rock.
the one with the Himalayan.
Oh, fuck, the Himalayan looks like dried up dog turd. Like, that's so silly looking. I know it's rare leather, right? It's supposed to be like, what is it, croc underbelly?
It's the like the crocodile and
The
soft,
soft white
soft
underbelly.
crock underbelly.
but people
Yeah.
don't realize that there's more Vuitton boutiques than there are like Walmarts, and so that is just all the perception. Anyway, yeah, so that I'm a
I
slave
love
to as well.
if I had it, like if I ever like won the lottery, I love the Hermes Birkin Rock because it looks like a little leather jacket. It's the cutest fucking thing.
The Birkin Rock?
Yeah,
I've
have you
never
ever
heard
seen
of
that
that.
one? It looks like
No,
it has a little wallet chain with like the Hermes like H links on it, and it has
I
like a
want to
little.
see. Is it a purse?
Yeah, look up the Birkin Rock.
ROCK. Birkin Rock.
Good job, George. You're learning.
I never heard of it.
Well,
Oh, you meant the Birkin Rock. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I don't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
ew.
I never heard of the
Hook.
Birkin Rock. I've never.
Hoch.
Is it mini?
Tony Hoch.
It might be a little gaudy. I just thought it was cute. What are you gonna do?
I don't. It doesn't show here. It's the mini Kelly. Is it a Kelly? I don't see it. You got to show
It
it.
should
Can you
be a
pull it up?
Birkin. Here, I'll
Oh
send
yeah, it
you.
has a little pocket in the front. I see it. That's
Isn't
very.
that
And the zipper is
cute,
very
right?
cute.
Tour.
Actually, very cute.
Birkenhawk tour.
Birkin
Right.
Rock.
It's $22,551.
I think I have that in my couch cushions, George. Give me a second.
There's one on eBay for $88,000. Oh, sorry, one for $92,000 for a leather bag, people. $92,000.
$92,000.
A drop in the ocean, huh?
I think that, and then there's an alligator one for $270,000. I don't know. To each his own. Can you
Yeah.
get me a Kelly from your sales associate? My money is good. Do you know that I tried to do that for another friend? And they're very bitchy about these things.
Blondie looks like a Kelly girl.
That's what I'm talking about.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, I love that.
That's kind of cute. I love it too. That's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This concludes the fashion part of this live. And I love you guys.
GZ, we're at 3.5 hours, just like with Jonathan. We went into overtime. I think it's time we wrap this up.
All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you again, George.
It was nice. It was nice chatting with you,
Joey.
It was lovely, George.
Joey, and yes, right,
Joey.
Joey and Karen. I appreciate it, and much love to you both. I hope to see you guys. We'll see each other again. I'll see you on the flip side.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll get together one day.
Maybe what?
Maybe one day we'll. Anyways,
One day I wish upon a star.
it's a fashion fragrance stream. Stay for
Someday, when spring is here.
All right, listen. I agree. Your birthday's like edging very close, and we're in the same time zone. We might as
Did
well.
we?
Let's
Yeah.
bring in GZ's birthday together. That's
What do you
beautiful.
mean?
Bitch, you know what I mean. It's 10:47. It's about to, it's gonna be your birthday.
Is M still awake?
East Coast.
Tomorrow, the 11th, is my birthday.
I know, but it's going on 11 p.m. right now, which
Thank
means
you guys.
all right.
It's just a birthday.
No, it's not just a
It's
birthday.
not.
It's my George's birthday, and it's very important.
What did you just say, Joey?
Nothing.
What did you say? Did you say it's
Oh,
what?
it's George's birthday. I
No,
said
no, no.
George was the kind of girl who when you tell him you love him, he's like, what? What?
You had to
What?
say, you said it's my George. You said.
no, I said it's George's birthday. You missed.
What did didn't she? Didn't he say it's my
Didn't
George?
she? This is bullshit. Right.
How long have we been? How long have we been doing these things, Joey? What year did we start all this stuff? This
2020.
madness, huh?
I mean, late 2019, but 2020, like consecutively.
Yeah,
20 years.
it's crazy.
It is fucking crazy. We spend a lot of time together.
Is
I
that alright
know.
if I excuse myself? I'll be right back.
Gotta go poo poo,
Um,
pee pee.
I'll be back so fast you will have no doubt about what I was doing.
That's beautiful,
I like
Karen.
that. You should
You're
go.
excused.
Look at
Hi,
her.
Ron, Duncan, Spencer, Marcus, Blondie, Becca. Hello, Becca.
Sweet back. I knew if I had Becca as a guest, it'd be a bit overwhelming, so I decided to opt in for something else.
What does that mean?
I just, um, for a future appearance.
Okay,
So,
Joey, if you had three wishes, what would you wish for?
um, good health for everyone that I love in my life. A long life. Um,
That's beautiful, Joey.
that's my first wish. That we live a long life. And second wish, peace of mind.
Peace of mind. I like that.
Third wish,
10 more wishes.
to live every day twice.
That's beautiful. There was a story where this guy found a way to live forever. And the story talks about how as time progressed, eventually the earth died. The sun died, the earth. They had to go to another planet. He lived billions of years, and all of a sudden the universe started dying. And so the moral of the story is that there's a beginning and an end to everything.
Yeah, but maybe later than sooner. Yeah, I think eventually.
I
But
agree. We're here for a moment in time. That's it. It's like a
I couldn't
and
imagine seeing everyone pass on, like honest, like going back to the wishes kind of shit. Like, oh yeah, I want to live, 1,000 years, seeing your family, their kids, the kids,
right.
so on, and everyone just die. It seems like
What
you know,
what movie was it? What was the movie with the wife of the hold on, what's his name? Eveline? Adeline? Was
Age
it
of Adeline.
Adeline?
Age of Adeline.
Yeah, did you watch that?
I did.
Or you have the vampires that live the one with the Brad Pitt
Interview
and the
with
girl, yeah,
World
never
War Z. World War Z.
World War Z.
where they live forever. The vampires where they live forever. World War Z was a zombie movie, I think.
Talking about
Thinking of Brad Pitt, my bad.
Interview with a Vampire.
What was the one with the three guys? I think it was the
You're
three
right.
vampires.
Interview with a Vampire, I think,
And
because that
they
has Tom Cruise, Brad
right, right,
Pitt,
right,
and what
yeah.
was the third one? I think it had Kirsten Dunst as a little
A
girl. I
young
don't remember
person
the third
once
guy.
is insane.
It did have it actually.
The
And
weirdest scene that made me uncomfortable as a boy.
what did?
There was a scene. First of all, Kirsten Dunst was like older than me at the time, but I remember being a kid seeing that movie because I love vampires, and I was
It
like,
scared you?
sure, you could say that.
What was the movie in the swimming pool with the two girls? The two beautiful girls. It was a movie.
That was backstage last night. Oh, you mean
What was that?
from the 80s?
Like the 90s to the aughts. They're in the shoot. It's like a the fuck.
Like a
It's
revenge.
two beautiful girls. They were hot girls in the. Never mind. I don't know.
I
And it was
like
a movie about a pool?
They're in the pool. It was one of those movies where the girls are, tough bitches and this one black hair. I think it was with
Wild Things. Yeah, they were
the
kissing.
Wild Things. There you go.
Like
That's it.
True
Thank you,
Intentions, Wild
Floral.
Things. Yeah,
Third
Floral.
guy, Antonio Banderas. That's right. Thank you, Lily.
I could see Floral kind of getting turned on with Wild Things, kind of wanted to be kissed in the pool. I could see
I
that.
have not heard from Floral, and she pops up and says the Wild Things. That's hilarious.
Right.
Hi, Floral. Lily's so funny.
We're gonna date for 2 weeks.
Hi, Colin.
Right.
Denise Richards and Nev Campbell. That's right. Look at that.
Ooh, smoke show, huh? Nev Campbell was hot in the 90s.
You know, they don't make the movie
Nev
like
Campbell.
they were talking about the movie with Demi Moore. There was a whole article how they don't make movies like that. They would the movie theaters, the movie houses would make movies just to fill. They would create fillers like Down and Out in Beverly Hills, you know, those kind of movies. And some of them really are classics now. They don't make those anymore.
No, not those styles. I miss the raunchy comedies of the late 90s and 2000s.
Yeah. Uh,
Like the road trips and American Pies. I grew up on that shit. That's me.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers, fucking Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah, that's right. The Super Troopers were awesome. They would never make that again.
Club Dread.
No.
You
Anchorman.
know?
Yeah, I miss like Road Trip and Euro Trip, old school. I think like Super Bad was one of the. That's when it started to die.
Oh my god.
Super Bad's
That movie was
hilarious.
so. Do you remember? You couldn't get away from that movie in high school, Joey. Everyone was quoting it.
Everyone was I still quote it. I'm afraid.
McLovin,
I have a McLovin. I just showed it today. I have a McLovin credit card.
of course you do.
Yeah,
You've showed it to me. I've seen it actually.
I showed you a lot of things.
Tom Green, that's another one.
I
The
love
Tom Green movies.
Freddie Got Fingered. Fuck.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I just watched it. Daddy, would you like some sausage? You know.
One of the worst films I've seen in my entire life that I thought was just awful was Ice Castles. And I remember the woman was like having sex with this guy, and she puts her hand out and she grabs a bread, a stale sandwich. Do you ever do you remember? Did you see that movie, Joey?
I haven't
It's
seen
called
that since I was a
Ice
kid.
Castle. It's called Ice Castles. It was just like, what the heck am I watching?
Yeah. Some of those movies you've seen one time and you forget until someone brings it up and you're like, oh shit.
I'd like to point out that the other night when everyone was talking about Jim Carrey, no one said Cable Guy.
Cable Guy, Liar Liar.
Jim Carrey was awesome too.
Yes Man.
Mask,
The Mask. His run in the 90s was legendary.
incredible, huh?
Yes.
Same with Adam Sandler. Sandler had another incredible run. A lot of that SNL kind of shit. I loved Jim Carrey on In Living Color.
There's nothing like that anymore. You
No.
have nothing. You have the Netflixes of the world, and it's so broken and distorted. And now it's going to be AI. Like you're going to be able to make your own 2-hour movie, Joey, if we have the attention span for that.
Excuse me.
It's just 2 hours of Becca and Duncan making out.
Right.
That could be it too. Can you imagine Joey doing something? I could see Joey doing that.
I would do the most fuck shit, but it would be legendary. I feel like I have a lot to offer. I feel underutilized, underrated.
Chris mentioned 80s comedies. I'm thinking of Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
That's a Down and Out in Beverly Hills with that one.
Porky.
Death Becomes Her. Oh my God, that's
Becomes Her
awesome.
with Bruce Willis is a great fucking movie.
That was incredible.
Meryl Streep, fucking
Yeah. Bette Midler.
Yeah, with the fucking shotgun blast through the. Oh my god, I watched that movie 1,000
I
times.
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was crazy because it didn't look like Bruce Willis with the hair and the glasses. You didn't even recognize this motherfucker.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget that Bruce Willis used to have hair.
I used to have hair.
48 Hours. Even
He used to float, Joey.
the Terminators, Porky's, Revenge of the Nerd. Oh my God, Chris.
I just
Revenge
said
of the
that. Chris
Nerds.
literally said everything I did except Loverboys. Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. Caddyshack was good.
What was the Porky's? That's Porky's. There's Porky's 2, right? Porky's 1, 2.
Those 3 of them.
Isn't it the one where he sticks his thing in the hole and the girls are pulling it on the other side? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I grew up watching all that shit, as you can see. Yeah.
So let me ask you something. There's a women's shower on the other side and there's a hole.
Yes.
Wouldn't the guy think if I stick my thing in there, that's exactly what they're going to do? Like, what else are they going to do?
Nothing. That's what I would do.
I mean, wouldn't you be afraid of those women? I mean, that's like...
I don't care.
Okay, never mind then.
I would just do it.
And then you had some really classics too, like Debbie Does Dallas, even on the adult side.
You guys, Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy was classic. Black Sheep. Tommy Boy was better than
Black Sheep.
These are
Tom,
beautiful. We're reminiscing.
rest in peace. I reminisce too much, but I love it. Joey's hair fell out for every photo he
I
experienced.
reminisce for a speller. Let me think.
Maybe every
So,
22 years ago to keep it on track.
so let me ask you something. Watch this, okay, Alexa? Turn the lights off.
and yet they all watched Lily. And
Alexa, turn the lights off in the master bedroom. Now listen. Thank you, sweetie.
You say thank you to
Anytime,
Alexa. I
darling.
say thank you to my phone after I order it to like
It
put on
says
an
it
alarm or
says
something.
Is that a guy?
it says anytime, darling. That's what it responds. Does yours say that?
I don't do
It
Alexa.
says you're welcome.
I
It
have that.
says sweetie. I say thank you, sweetie, and it goes, you're welcome, darling.
Oh my
You
god.
talk better to your home assistant than you do to me.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I cut you off, Karen. What did you say?
Oh, I
Right.
didn't say anything important. I was just saying I
It
say
was
thank you to
actually
my
me.
phone whenever I said I'm like, I, hold the home button down, set alarm for X amount of time. Thank you, and the phone always says you're welcome.
You're welcome. But I say thank you, sweetie. It says you're welcome, darling. And then if I say you're welcome, thank you, darling, and it says you're welcome, sweetie. Only one of them
Darling.
does it, though. The other ones don't do that.
Paging Dr. B.
Paging doctor. Oof.
The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is the best, and so is the Wiz.
Oh yeah.
The Wiz was awesome too.
I remember watching that. I was the only white guy in my high school.
Darren J. Blazing
And me,
Saddles.
My dad loved Blazing Saddles when the horse fucking farts. Holy shit!
oh my God, the Green Mile
Like Stephen King, The Green Mile.
and Taps. How about Taps? And what was the movie where the Russians came in and invade the guys in the high school, and they all go in with their
Come on, Red Dawn.
Timothy Hutton, was it? Was it Red Dawn? Red Dawn was good. All these movies were good. Gleaming the Cube. I've never heard of that.
From
Guess what time
Blazing
it almost is?
Red Dawn. That's it. Red Dawn was.
Darren, shut up.
From Blazing Saddles to Green Mile, right?
Boss, I'm tired, boss. Yeah.
And then Terms of Endearment. I cried at the end
Terms of endearment.
with Bette Midler, and then
We went from raunchy comedies to Terms of Endearment. Let's go to
No,
Scent
just
of
the
a Woman.
movies.
the
Let's
crazy.
go to Scent of a
Oh,
Woman.
Beaches. It was
Oh my god,
Beaches
Mama
too.
Cannoli would fucking watch Beaches all the time and
I
cry.
love Beaches. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Schindler's List.
Tombstone is very good. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Oh, Big Rips, rest in peace.
It's
Big
11 o'clock bedtime.
Why are we here?
Yeah, that's right. So, arrivederci, everybody. Have a good night.
Final thought
Wait.
from Karen, George? Guest of the night?
Final thought from me.
Yeah, you.
Put it right there. PayPal.me/JujuB93.
She really is the best, George. Look at that. I didn't tell her to say that.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's officially your birthday on the East Coast, George. We love you. Happy
I love
birthday.
you too.
Happy birthday,
411.
George.
Thanks,
One
guys.
more.
And you know what, guys? Thank you. Every day is my birthday. You guys make it feel like every day is my birthday.
That's a great find. Every day you make it feel like it's my birthday.
It's the truth. I have many blessings, and everyone in the room here that's saying it, thank you. You guys are all my blessings. I love it.
Happy
It's so
birthday,
beautiful.
Alex.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Whose birthday is Alex? Which Alex?
The perfume temple. It's his birthday.
Oh, if he's listening, bueno. How do you say bueno? How do you say happy birthday in Italian?
You say happy birthday.
Bueno
Feliz cumpleaños.
anniversario or something. How do you say happy birthday?
Like Italian. Right.
Anyway, happy birthday. Have a lasagna. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Love you,
That's
Joey.
That's kind of racist. But I like it. I like the idea of that. Can you do that at
Cumpleaños.
Cumpleano is what it is. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Cumpleano.
Buon
Yeah.
compleanno. I
Cumpleano.
love you guys. Thank you guys. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Close.
Good night. Is birthday in Italian really the same as in Spanish? Cumpleaños?
They're very similar. Spanish and Italian are very similar. I'm a birthday boy.
He's a
Hey,
birthday
Father,
boy. Are we
No.
really rapping it?
Do you want to wrap it?
Sorry. No, not if there's people still here and if everyone's still interested. What do we do now?
What do you want to do? What did you hope to do that you didn't get to do tonight?
I had no expectations.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. It means all the opportunity in the world to be impressed.
It's beautiful. We still have 35 people. We're almost at 4 hours, which is insane because PayPal.me says usually 93. 4 hours. We did get sent 10 super chats, which is sick, right?
No one ever said you didn't have endurance, Joey.
Oh, shit. I definitely have endurance. You know, I could go all night. Pause.
I believe you.
I have, and I do it again. Go visit our Gulmars, right? Yeah, I'm a bit of a Gulmar, I guess. But
My knee's still fucked up, Duncan. There's no point in hula hooping if I can't do it with my knees.
there's other things as well that doesn't.
Oh, yeah?
No, not in regards to the knee. Talking about wrap it up before you tap. Not that. Anyways,
Oh.
what did you think?
Always wrap your tool
Correct.
before you put it away.
If you put it away, right? I'm a backstage boy, right? Or was it from Penguin Walking? I don't know.
Penguin walking. That's crazy. Yeah, I blew my knee out waddling.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Chris. What's the story of Karen beating up another girl?
I was dating this girl in high school, and she had a group of friends that were not getting along at the time because one of them was dating a guy who was kind of like driving a wedge in between. And we were all hanging out at the apartment complex where they all lived together, and they wanted to have a come to Jesus talk, right? That just the three of them, my girlfriend, one of their friends, and then the girl who was dating some asshole. And those three were having a talk, and I see this guy that my girlfriend's friend was dating.
Blondie said to withhold the story and that it should cost $10 for them to hear it.
Does anyone want to hear this story of how I beat a girl down? And her mom?
And the mom. Fuck. $10 for a paywall beatdown from Karen. Or maybe 20. Yeah, if everyone tossed in a 5-piece.
You can't even get the whole story because part of that story has to do with something illegal I did.
Ooh, now you have my attention. $20 for a paywall story of the mommy beatdown. 4 people, $5. Seems easy. Or one person that's rich. You know, anyone here got money?
I don't think so.
No. Couple. I'd say a couple.
You're really saving me the trouble. I don't really want to tell this story. I
That's
just did
true.
it for Joey.
That's why we put it behind a paywall.
That's right.
Nothing good should be. If you're good at something, never do it for free. All right.
That's right.
Are those the same Pringles from yesterday?
No, I finished the ones from yesterday.
I love that. 7-layer dip. Do they actually taste like 7 layers?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I used to like
Got the sour cream, the onions, the beans.
Juju
They're
loves
good.
layer dip combo, but they don't make them anymore.
That's so sad.
All right, Broadway. No one put it right there. Well,
Time to
Karen,
wrap it.
time to wrap it. That's how we do it. 4 hours is insane. 40 people, 4 hours. But I do want to thank the ones that did show support and did put it right there, whether it was a super chat.
I'm going to send the empty can. No, I'm going to send the empty can to Becca, and she's going to rip it up for me.
Correct. And not cut herself. Karen, thank you. This was fun.
I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
I hope this has gotten you a little more comfortable with being on the panel. Whatever.
I feel great being here.
Tell me that I never Tell me that I'm the fighting end. Wash the poison from off my skin. Show me how to be whole again. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything left for you to see. For you to see. For you to see. For you to see. For you to see.
Bye.
Love you.